report the news that nobody has the balls to report.
Why am I the only one breaking stories like this? You can call me Uncle Turtleboy, Clarence, Aidan. I don't care what you call me.
Did you not say that you were going to take my baby out of revenge and make him a transgender baby?
I think they don't like the things that I'm saying and they want me to stop saying them, but I'm not. I'm never going to stop. Now, these are the kind of stories, guys, that must be told. I'm just a guy who's breaking stories and reporting news from my basement.
Hey, what's up, Turtle Riders? How's everyone doing tonight? Good, excellent. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. They call me Uncle Turtleboy around these parts. You can call me Aidan, Clarence. You can call me, I prefer Dr. Turtleboy. That's kind of like my preferred pronoun. Just don't call me lady, because that's a microaggression, at least in Western Massachusetts, certain parts of the Hampton areas. But yeah, you can call me whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. Just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. unless we have some type of sport ball event, which we probably will coming up soon because, a week from today, we're looking at Bruins Celtics playoffs, both gearing up. So I don't know what the schedule is going to look like for that, but I anticipate long postseason runs, hopefully, for both of those teams. One of them has to give us a parade, folks. The regular season has been too good for both of them. They have to, especially the Bruins, they have to deliver. So we will see what happens. Anyway, guys, so like I said, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because I do a lot of impromptu lives. We did one today, an unannounced one. We basically gave you guys a preview of what we're going to be going over tonight, and that is the court audio of Turtleboy's victory in court. So we're going to listen to that momentarily. But just a reminder to follow us on all our socials. I've shared this, I believe, on the Clarence Woods Emerson Facebook page. It's my personal account, but also on the Turtleboy Facebook page. You can message that even if you're under 18. If you want to message, it's perfectly legal to message our page. Just understand that we can have a conversation back and forth. There's nothing illegal about that. So you can message that page, or you can follow on Twitter at Dr. Turtleboy, DOCTOR Turtleboy. You can even print out my tweets and have me read them out to you out loud in court, in which I call you a child abuser, because that's always entertaining. You can follow me on Instagram at Turtleboy_daily_news. And you can just follow us everywhere, Turtleboy for life. Okay. And if you guys would like to donate to the program and help the turtle out, what we're doing here at Turtleboy, building a media. Hold on one second. I got to plug this computer in one more. Time out. Hopefully this charges. We don't want to pull, we don't have our cell phones die at court like some people, do we? Okay. That work? Hopefully that works. Yeah. So hit that notification button, because you never know when we're going to do an impromptu live. We did one today for all of the court audio. And so for those people who already heard it, this will be a replay, and you might have heard this before, but that's okay too. All right. Anyway, let's just jump. Am I forgetting anything here? Messages get better response if you're being played. That's very true. Okay. So just shout out to the guy who gave me $5, the guy who donated $50 the other day. Frank messaged us on Facebook. Like, Frank donated $50 and he goes, I meant to donate $5. Okay. Mistakes happen. I don't know how that happens, because the 5 on your keyboard is literally as far away from the 0 as you can get. I don't understand how the 0 could get on there, but that's fine. I'll give you your money back, Frank. But he was up our ass all show about it. Then he messages us today and he says, hey, I was waiting for one of your admins to message me. Frank, we don't know your last name. And we're not tracking you down for that. You got to track us down. We'll give it to you. No problem. But I don't even know who you are. So you got to let us know. I don't know who Frank is. So you got to let us know. And then I go to message him back today, because I'm like, I need your information to get this to you. And Frank has blocked us for some strange reason. Frank really wants his money, but he's literally sitting there waiting for us to message him. And then he contacts us and he blocks us. So I don't know what you want, Frank. Whatever you do, Frank, if Frank comes on here asking for his $45 back, just block him. We're not dealing with that shit tonight. Frank, just fucking contact me like a grown-up, and I will send you that $45 that you accidentally sent us. Okay. That's it. Anyway, so if anyone else would like to donate to the live show or the program and help the turtle out, you can click at the link at the top. That brings you to something called Turtle Chat. You can donate whatever amount of money you want, and you get to write a message when you do that. I will read the message out loud to the class. The last Turtle Chat we got JCO sent a $20 Turtle Chat that said, for a big win for free speech and to keep the trash bags crying and lying. That definitely happened, as we're going to see. Also, DW sends $25 and says, for celebratory wings and a beer or two. You know, we definitely need to have a celebration. If I have a free minute, I'm definitely going to organize something of that nature. So stay tuned with that. But anyway, so that's how you guys can donate. It's linked to the top. I'm also at Cash App at $ Uncle Turtleboy. If you prefer it that way, I will read your message out loud to the class. And that's it. So I guess we're competing with Trump, right? Is that what we're doing here? I guess is Trump talking right now? This is why I'm like, you know, okay, I voted for Trump twice. Get it? This is too much drama for me. Just it's a drama. Like, imagine if these YouTube flame wars were politics. That's what the election of 2024 is going to be if Donald Trump gets the nomination. I don't have the energy in me. Okay, I'll vote for him if he's the candidate, but begrudgingly. But I'm just like, it's too much drama. So anyway, let's just jump right into it, because that's not what you guys come here for. You come here for the good stuff. So I feel like it's better to watch. So we have all the audio, but I also have it all on video, like actual video. Let me see if I have it. Okay. So I like it this way, just because you can see the screen on there. So somebody taped the Zoom call. I don't know how they expect this is not going to happen. And remember, they tried to bust me for a wiretapping charge on this because I recorded a Zoom court hearing with Big Black Jeffrey, and they tried to get me for wiretapping, and they're like, you're going to go down for wiretapping. It's like, you can't wiretap a courtroom. It's being recorded automatically. Anyone can just take their freaking camera out at home on Zoom and tape their computer. It's against court rules. They'll be like, can't do that. Nothing happens. Okay. It's not a wiretapping charge. Dummies. People are obsessed with wiretapping. So let's listen to, I like it over here. So let's start from the top. So we're going to jump right into here. And I kind of explained yesterday on the ride home what happened. I get there, and outside the courthouse I did not think the kid was going to show up. The brat. That's what she is. This girl's a brat, as you're going to see. I couldn't say that before. I was being careful. Now the order's over. I did not realize what a bratty daughter Kate raised until I saw her in the flesh and heard her in the flesh. Like this, we saw what 16 years of failed parenting looks like. To an extent, I feel bad for her because it's not really her fault that she turned out this way. But at this point, it is what it is, and that girl's going to jail. Like I'm telling you right now, that girl's going to jail. But let's jump. So I get there and they're outside, and I'm like, okay, so she's going to speak. So this is going to be good. That's good for us. And then I see Bret there, and the whole Bret thing was just a sideshow. Like Bret really thought that yesterday was about him. Like, Bret, you're not relevant at all. Like, when I said I could kick your ass, it's because I could. It doesn't mean I'm going to kick your ass in a courtroom. Obviously, like, he came there and he's like, he didn't want to fight me in the courthouse. Yeah, dude, I'm there for court. I'm not there to like get in a fight. Okay. So, but you knew that. And that was kind of the whole point. But anyway, let's start from the top here.
From Mr. Aidan Kearney.
Good morning.
You guys hear that okay?
Good morning. Will all parties testifying in this matter please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly and severally swear or affirm that the testimony you will give to the court in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
Ms. Peter?
Yes.
Can you tell me what brings you here today seeking an extension of this order?
Yes, so we came in on the 20th of March
Listen
requesting this order due to, before I begin this, Your Honor, respectfully, I'm a little remiss. I printed something out. The issue that we're having here is this has just been a gross sort of psychological attack on my child, 16 years old.
a large invasion of privacy that's put on the internet. So she's been subject to this for about 3 years now. As recently as last night, prior to this court date, Mr. Kearney has been online encouraging people to observe this. Further violating her privacy, he's made it into a spectacle. He's been placing bets as to who is going to win, whether the 16-year-old child or the 41-year-old man. So,
okay, stop right there. We're off to a great start. Let me tell you here. So first of all, the things that she's bringing up, like, first of all, Kate, okay, she needs like a coach, like a lawyer coach or something. Like, just because you have a lot to say doesn't mean you need to say it all. I mean, what would make you think that talking that fast is a good idea? Like, what would make you think that if I just talk as fast as I can, this will be an effective way to communicate with the court? Stop it. Nobody understands anything you're saying. And the things that you are saying don't matter. Like, you're talking about right away. The first thing you're talking about is he was talking about this on his live show last night. They're going to come to a hearing. Yeah, I can do that. You're allowed to do that. He invited people to come. Yeah, it's an open courtroom. It's an open courtroom. Doesn't matter. He was taking bets on who's going to win. Yeah, you could do that. Because I'm going to win. By the way, no one took the bet. I was dying for somebody to take the bet. Because not a single, I bet anybody and their mother, I gave them 10-1 odds that we were going to win. Nobody took like, that's free money. Why didn't you take it? It's free money. And yes, I have assembled audio clips and screenshots of people saying I'm going to lose. And yes, I'm petty as fuck. And yes, I'm going to show them tonight. So we're off to a bad start, Krusty Panties.
I'm going to try to speak a little bit vaguely. I know that the original sort of concerns were on that affidavit. He's actually published the full affidavit online, including my daughter's full unredacted name.
Yeah, you're allowed to do that.
Her place of employment since his order is issued. He's read out her home address while he has put out on the internet where she goes to school. So we're a little bit concerned. She was concerned to come here today. She is willing to speak sort of to what she's going through because it's been very disruptive to her, particularly emotionally, and with her schooling, as this has now gone over into, her peer circle. There's a lot of vicious rumors being spread about her and a lot of very personal information.
All right, let me interrupt you there.
Here we go.
And explain that the burden on the plaintiff is the same regardless of the impact that the alleged violations have on them. So
picture that mattering. Like, Your Honor, there's kids in high school spreading rumors. Oh no, at North Attleboro High School, there's rumors being spread about a teenager that's literally never happened in the history of high school. That is so unique to this courtroom right now. We need to take immediate action and violate this man's First Amendment rights because there are rumors being spread about your daughter, who you talk about constantly on your show, who you, Kate Peter, constantly feel the need to share intimate personal information about, such as the fact, and we could play it, but we've all heard it a million times before, that you allow boys to come over and sleep over and you throw condoms at them and you bribe her with cigarettes and she's been in mental health facilities. You've told us all that. Bret made jokes, about wings at the psych ward being named after your daughter. Okay. You did all that. I didn't do any of that. You did all of that. You have this huge alleged audience and you made her a part of your show constantly. I didn't do that. And so none of that even matters. None of that matters. None of that is relevant to the case. Like, you have all these things to say, but you were there to try to get an order. So you need 3 instances of unwanted contact designed to put you in fear that did in fact put you in fear. That's what you have to prove. None of this shit deals with any of that.
It's not like a lower standard for a minor or a lower standard for someone who's got concerns about how it'll impact them at school. It's the same. And so you need to establish 3 incidents of harassment under a particularly rigorous definition, which is an assault, a threatened assault, malicious damage to personal property, or fighting words. So go ahead and tell me what happened.
All right. So starting in 2020, Mr. Kearney began to spread the rumor that Teresa was sexually abused by her younger brother. At the time that he claims this happened, they would have been 3 and 6 years old. Mr. Kearney, for the last 3 years, has been repeatedly stating these claims online. He has identified her as Teresa Kelly, and Kate's daughter. I have some instances of some of that here. He is posting a document that he purports to be from the Department of Children and Families detailing this incident. He is
Actually, Kate, you should have just called me to the stand, because guess what? I have evidence of that being said about your daughter too. It's right here.
I have no doubt this broad's been fucking sucking dick for a fucking way to go. Like, I don't want that to be the
kid?
truth.
The kid?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, no, wait a minute. That wasn't me. Maybe
But
this one.
I mean, two aren't there. There's two that aren't there.
About a girl with about sex, having
And
sex.
one of them buried his digit in his sister. Do you understand that, man?
Oh, wait, that's not me either. That's not me either. I didn't post that either. Maybe I posted this.
Hey, Mom. Wait, Mom, what are you doing? This is what grown-ups do when they're in love! You're a retard.
That wasn't me either. That was, by the way, don't teach your children to say to call you a retard when you're 6 years old. Don't do that. And whatever you do, don't put it on YouTube. Especially don't do that, or else this might happen.
Well, let's not forget what happened in DCF care with her son and her daughter. Like, that was learned behavior. That was learned behavior. You know,
That is 100% something was witnessed or done to Fiddler on the Roof there, son. And he acted out the same behavior because he thinks it's all right.
Yeah.
And again,
Oh, you should have used that as evidence in court. Why didn't you use that? The guy who said it was in the courtroom. You could have got him. You probably could have got an order on Bret. I don't know about me, because the problem is I didn't say any of those things. But Bret did. But thank you for bringing this all attention. Carry on.
posted it conservatively at least 40 times over the last 3 years.
Let me interrupt there now. Do you have
I do
documents that you want to submit? Okay, wait a minute.
Listen to
Do
this.
you have extra copies?
I do not.
You do.
not.
I do not.
You do not. Okay. How many pages do we have there?
I mean, probably about 300.
300 pages.
Do you intend to
Showed up
offer
with
300 pages?
300 pages.
Okay. What I'd like you to do is call through what you have and take out the highlights. This is a harassment prevention order, so I don't expect there's a need for me to read anything approaching 300 pages. But pull out the highlights, 2 or 3 pages, and bring them to the clerk's office and let the clerk's office staff know that I asked for 2 extra copies of everything you want to submit. When you come to court in a case like this and you want to offer something, the opposition is always allowed to look at it ahead of time. So I'm going to give counsel and her client an opportunity to review what you're submitting to me, and then we'll take it from there. Okay? Further call.
Further call. Very much, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
So they came, she brought 400 pages of 300 pages of documentation with her to this. And obviously the judge ain't got, I don't know, like what you think is going to happen here. If we're going to spend 5 hours litigating all this again, we need 3 pieces of evidence, Kate. Okay. Bring your best 3. Do you have any? So far, the only evidence you have is he wrote a blog that contained information about my kids allegedly diddling each other, that I said this. Now you haven't presented this evidence, and that wouldn't constitute harassment anyway. Like harassment, you have to contact somebody. You have to try to put them in fear. Me talking about things that actually happened is not putting you in fear. Me spreading rumors about you is not putting you in fear. That's not harassment. Now you could argue, as the judge says at the end, if you'd like redress, there are options. You can file a defamation lawsuit, he says to her. But this is not what you're alleging is defamation, Kate. And you're free to sue me in defamation. I would love, oh my God, you suing me for defamation is literally a wet dream of mine. Oh, if you thought this went bad, wait till you find out about discovery. Wait till you find out about that. Wait till you find out that I do get access to all the other DCF records I don't have yet. I'll get it all. So please, I'm begging you to sue me. You've been saying you're going to sue me for years. You've raised money to sue me. And by the way, you raised 60 grand for a lawyer, right? That you fired, a lawyer that you fired on the Chili lawsuit. How come you didn't have a lawyer yesterday? Like, what is more important to have a lawyer for? Your daughter allegedly being so scared and needing an order, or Chili DeCastro? And the answer is Chili DeCastro for you, because he means more to you than your own kid. You spend way more time thinking about him than you ever have thinking about her. And you know that's true. That's just a fact. So we take a little brief recess and come back like half an hour later. And by the way, you know who I saw in court that day too? When I'm walking in, this lawyer looking sharp looking fella, I thought he was like Puerto Rican, but I guess he's black. He's, he looks at me and I look at him and I don't recognize him. And he's just like, he does a double take with me, like stares at me. I'm like, what's this guy looking at? Maybe he's confused. Maybe he follows the block. I don't know. So I just keep walking. And so my attorney is sitting with me in the courtroom and she's like, she waves at the guy and she's like, I've dealt with him before in court. Lawyers have all seen each other around and stuff in courtrooms. And I'm like, oh, who's that? So she goes, talks to him. Then she comes back. She's like, oh yeah, he's suing you. He's representing a client who's suing you. I'm like, which one? He's like, Julia Mejia. I'm like, oh, that's Keith Ellison's brother. Oh, I blogged about him too. I'm like, that's why he doesn't. I think I called him on the live show one time, I think. So yeah, he was there too. Front and center. I don't know how Bret got to court. Does anyone know how he got there? And like, my question is, what was the ride home like? That's what I want to know. Like, Bret stuck around afterwards, tried to act like a tough guy in the front, pacing around like a lunatic. Everybody laughed at him. It was funny. And Kate was nowhere to be found. So like, how did he get back to Maine from there? That's what I'd like to know. And how awkward and depressing was that car ride home? And what did they talk about? Like, imagine being the guy that had to drive to Maine, Lewiston, Maine, to drop off Bret, pick him up, go back to drop him off and come back home again. All for an L. 10 hours of driving for a big fat L. Oh, and we're going to see what she's been saying in Discord after we listen to all the audio. And by the way, I do want to say this too. When we're going to listen to some of this audio, and it's for all the making fun of Chili DeCastro and how humorous he is in court, there is nothing more humorous than Catherine Peter in court. Krusty Panties. Nothing. Like, she is so bad at this. Like, I've never heard, you can never make fun of Chili DeCastro in court again. Chili, if you're watching out there, you're a moron. I know that. You don't like me. I don't like you. But if you don't use this audio, you're a bigger moron than I thought. Bigger moron. Okay. But Ralph wasn't even there. Like, Ralph wasn't there. So I don't know who would have given him a ride, I feel bad if poor Ralph literally had to like go pick his ass up. Like, dude, I don't know what you're getting out of that relationship, dude, but not good. All right. Anyway, let's listen to the second part of the audio. Wow. So I see them coming up here.
Kelly
Okay.
versus Aidan Kearney.
Here we go.
Reminder.
Here they come. So there's Krusty Panties. Let me make it bigger so you guys can see how they came. All right. So there she comes there. She that's dressed up for her. That's very dressed up for her. And you can see Bret is in the back there. And Brian Riccio, you'll see too. Here she comes. So there's the daughter with the pink sweatshirt on and the attitude on the face. And there's my attorney, Kathleen Fay. And we're going to set up shop over here. And we're going to get going here. Okay.
You've been sworn in. I want to ask you to keep your voice up. Apparently, counsel was having a hard time hearing you. My hearing isn't good, and I was barely able to
It's that
hear
you talk too
pretty
fast.
close,
That's
so
the
try
problem.
to keep your voice up, okay? Go ahead.
So the the issue that we're coming to you with today is that for the past 3 years, Kearney has been posting rumors online alleging that my daughter was molested by her younger brother. At the time that he alleges this occurred, they would have been 6 and 3 years old. It simply did not happen. He has reposted these allegations with actually some documentation
Listen, let's
from
hear
the
this.
Department of Children and Family Service Plan unrelated to sexual abuse. That is in fact legitimate. We're not sure how he got it.
Boom, boom. One more time. What was that, Kate? We're gonna. This one. I already clipped this one. What was that, Kate, about the DCF documents? Let's play that one more time.
Not happen. He has reposted these allegations with actually some documentation from a Department of Children and Family Service Plan unrelated to sexual abuse. That is in fact legitimate. We're not sure how he got it.
That is in fact legitimate. We're not sure how he got it. You heard it there, folks. All you Peter readers out there, you guys have been attempting to justify because you're like, I would never support a child abuser. You always said, if any of this was true about her, I could never support her channel. But you're a liar, Turtleboy. You're a liar. Those documents you have, they're fake because Kate told us they're fake. And she produced an email from us. Remember the email she posted that was from DCF that said those documents are all fake. Oh, it turns out that email was also fake, in case you couldn't fucking tell. The voluminous email. That was also fake, because here is Kate saying in an open courtroom under oath that the DCF documents that I routinely share are real, and she doesn't know how I got them. That's what she's really mad about. She doesn't know how I got them. You want the full screen video? We'll make the full screen video. Okay. Let's listen to more.
Not public record. Directly identifying the children's names as well as their information and the family names. He's reposted these allegations conservatively about 40 times over the past 3 years. He has also made allegations that she was a prostitute at one point when she had absconded from a mental health facility. He's spoken very openly about, at one point she had gone missing. I had to put up some missing posts online. She had absconded from Wayside Children and Families where she was receiving mental health treatment.
Can we just stop right there? Can we just stop right there for one moment and just talk about how humiliating this is to do to your kid? Like, if anyone who loved their kid would never put them through this. Like, we are in an open courtroom right now. It was filled with degenerates. As Sarah Roy pointed out in the comments, the whole place was just one guy after another who was there. It was like dick out day at Attleboro District Court. Every single ratchet that they brought up, half of them couldn't speak English. They needed a Portuguese translator. I can't believe how many people in this country just cannot speak a lick of English. And every guy, it seemed like every guy that got called up was naked somewhere, like at a Denny's or some shit like that. Like, it was like dick out day in Attleboro District Court. And all these people are in the courtroom, and she's up here talking about some of the most embarrassing private things involving her child, being in a mental health facility and running away from like it twice, having missing posters everywhere. These are things that you should be deeply ashamed of as a parent and not want to talk about at all in public. No normal person wants to air any of this publicly. But Kate Peter does, because she wants to win some nonsense YouTube war with me that doesn't really matter. And that I have said I really want no part with. We gave you so many chances to tap out. You just couldn't stop. You couldn't stop. So, he, like, I couldn't believe this. The girls, I mean, I'm looking at the girl. She's standing there in a room full of strangers having these really private things aired out, because ultimately that's all she is to Kate, is just another piece that she can use in her war against me. That's all she is. So
he spoke about that openly, disparaging the fact that she was in a psychiatric facility. He makes constant allegations that both her and her brother are abused sexually, physically. These things are simply not true. They've never been true. He has gone so far as to file a false report with the Department of Children and Families in January of 2023 that came back unsupported. He still will not relent. He has posted pictures of my daughter's cleavage with her face blocked out publicly for hundreds of adults to see. I have just, this is constant posting.
And by the way, so it's like you have to organize. You have to explain, like, what do you mean he's posting your cleavage? And I kind of know what she's talking about. And my attorney showed me the documentation she had. And it was a screenshot of me in the live show talking about the blog about that pervert guy, the guy that was arrested for raping a 15-year-old. Remember that weirdo that was commenting on the girl's page and liking her posts of smoking blunts and stuff like that? The blog wasn't even about Kate or her kid. The blog was about this fucking guy over here who gets arrested for raping kids, and now he's commenting on a kid's page. That goes creepy. We blocked her face out and everything. There was no cleavage. There was a picture from her Facebook page. And it's a picture of me, like, in the corner, and then the picture of her on the big screen, like on YouTube. And that was it. That was her documentation for that. It's like, dude, stop it.
About these children being sexually abused. It's pretty disgusting.
Yes, so is sexual abuse. I would argue that's slightly more disgusting. Or pulling a knife on them. Or saying you're going to put digits in them, like Bret said a million times.
That's what we have here. And unfortunately, too, at this point, my son has not been affected by it. I don't believe he's as aware as my daughter is. She's a little bit older. But what he seems to be missing here, too, is that my son is now 14 years old. He's accusing a 14-year-old boy of being a child molester. I believe that at one point he played a recording where one of his associates, who's actually in court today, because I know that he did for Bret, who told him, called my son a fiddler on the roof.
Okay, stop right there. How do you explain this to the judge? First of all, you're talking so fucking fast and no one, like, picture the judge. You have to assume, Kate, that he doesn't know what you're talking about. He has no clue what you're talking about. You just said a lot of words right there that happened kind of fast. Again, let me play that one more time. About, like, my son. She's worried about the son who's not a party to this.
That my son is now 14 years old. He's accusing a 14-year-old boy of being a child molester. I believe that at one point he played a recording where one of his associates, who's actually in court today, because I know that he did for Bret, who told him, called my son a fiddler on the roof. That
one of his he played a recording of one. So it's not me saying it. I played a recording of one of my associates who's in the courtroom today on my side for some reason. I'm so worried about my kid and people saying mean things about them, yet I'm here with the guy who repeatedly calls my son fiddler on the roof. He calls him fiddler on the roof. Oh, this is the worst. We're 3 minutes in.
These children, particularly Teresa, has been identified by her full name, Teresa Kelly, her first name, Teresa, as well as
and here you are saying it
again. Put out
again.
our address, 47 Avery Street, so that everybody knows where we live. Well, it's out there now. He's also, I believe this was right before we got the order, sent someone to our home to take pictures of my driveway.
I did not.
He said, and I quote, guess what, Kate? We got someone at your house. We got pictures from your house today. Your car was parked outside. That's your Corolla. I forgot what it was, but we got your car. We got his guy's car. They're both parked in the driveway in North Attleboro. So you didn't move out of 47 Avery Street.
Yes. I didn't send anyone to your house. Someone sent me a picture from your house showing that you guys still lived there. And I talked about it on the show because you guys were dodging mail, a summons from West Roxbury District Court, because Andrew Johnson's being charged with assault and battery on this award-winning journalist, yours truly. And he didn't show up in court. And so we wanted to know why. Did you move? You've been posting lots of pictures of you ripping up a floor and redoing it, which is not something you do to property that you don't own, thus kind of signaling that you might have moved. So we found out. Somebody found out. I didn't go. And by the way, a lot of the things that she claims that I did, she was tricky with this. So I guess you can print out a transcript of each YouTube show, right? But it doesn't say who said what. So she printed out transcripts and had quotes of things Bret said. She did that a bunch. She had but it's on my show. So she did it on purpose. She purposely did not present video or audio evidence. She presented screenshots with transcripts from the show to do that. Tricky.
I never said that I did.
I never said that I
He
did.
Also, while discussing the issue with my daughter, said, we're going to address this and we're going to destroy, because that's what I like to do to my enemies. I don't like to just beat them and ignore them and whatever be above.
Yes.
No, I
Yes.
destroy you. And that's
Yes.
what I've done to Krusty Panties.
Yes.
That's his sexually derogatory nickname that he's come up with towards me. That's why she hates me so much, is because I destroy her soul, and it makes me so happy. I'm not going to lie. It makes me so happy.
Oh, God.
So
It's
what
so
he's
true,
done
though.
here
It's
is
true.
we have a long-standing feud. We both do some like blogging and video stuff online.
Yes.
There's a lot of contention between the two of us. What Mr. Kearney has done is identified my 16-year-old daughter as a vehicle of sort of vengeance to get at me, and he's been relentless for the past 3 years. The reason that we waited this long to come in is we tried to address it through other mechanisms, therapy, support through the schools, just telling her not to pay attention to it. What escalated this, unfortunately, was that Teresa decided to take it upon herself. Do you remember why you decided to
here we go.
message him?
Listen to this.
I don't know. Okay, I know you remember. So she decided.
Did you hear that? She goes, do you remember why you decided to message him? Which, by the way, doesn't help your case. If you're trying to get an order, don't admit that we messaged first. And you saw what happened there. Kate was setting her up. She goes, remember Kate and her discussed this, but they didn't practice it enough. She goes, do you remember why you messaged him? And the girl, her brain is, she's probably high. She looked high, and she's just like, and Kate's like, come on, say it. Come on, say the thing. And she can't say it. It's like, bitch. And she's like, Kate probably smacked her around when she got home. She's like, you're fucking useless. You didn't help me out. You're supposed to say the thing. You forgot the line. Oh, go on.
She messaged him to try to sort of mediate the situation herself and request that he take down the postings. He responded by getting into a pretty heated argument with her where he antagonized her. He told her that her mother doesn't love her and that he's sorry. He tried to gaslight her and insist that she was abused and would ask that she would concede to that. She didn't want to. She made it very clear. She told him, you're making my life miserable. I have people coming up from school and knowing I've tried my whole life to separate from. I'm my own person. I'm not Andy. I'm not my mom. I didn't do anything to you except be related to my mother. If you were just talking about my mother, okay, she dug her own grave, but I didn't do anything to you. I don't know you. He responded to her request. I did have her block him on Facebook to end the conversation.
By the way, I think Kate sent those messages. That part right there, the part that she's reading out loud, I think Kate said that. About I know you have a problem with my mom. Maybe she deserves it. I think she wrote that one. I thought I was talking to Kate the whole time. Later on, she says something like, well, is my name Teresa Kelly? Bitch, you're not capable of logging into her phone. And actually, at one point in the hearing, the girl goes, can I log onto my account on your phone? Meaning that you can use her account, Kate. It's on your freaking phone. Of course you can. Stop it. Does she have all the transcripts of the time? We do. She read bits and pieces of it. She didn't read the good part, but we did. Let's listen to some more.
Conversation because it got quite inappropriate on her end. She was pretty upset. So she blocked him. He responded to that by posting about it on Twitter and Facebook instead. We came in, we got the order. After the order had issued, he continued his postings as recently as April 1st. He reposted this same purported document claiming that the children molest each other. That was after the order issued. On the order, it was ordered specifically that posting about her sexual history would be a violation of the order. Mr. Kearney does not care.
Nope, don't care.
Posted the entire affidavit, including a lot of these sensitive allegations with her full name. He played the court audio. I know that when I was in court before, the court had ordered that her address as well as workplace and school be impounded. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to happen, so Mr. Kearney took it upon himself to go ahead.
How is that my fault? She's like, he shared the court records, which are public and anyone can hear. And the court was supposed to impound the records of what? That she works at Applebee's? I don't want to go to Applebee's in North Attleboro. I don't give a shit about that. I don't want to go to your crappy town. I don't want to end up, getting killed by Aaron Hernandez. Why would I want to go to North Attleboro for? Stop it. Nobody's going to your North Attleboro High School. I went to enough track meets there when I was coaching track 10 years ago. All set. I got a high school in my town I can go to if I want to. I don't need to go to your crappy high school. Go on.
I didn't release that to the public and the internet. As recently as last night, he has encouraged people to show up here. He claimed that he was going to have a press party in the parking lot and that he would destroy us. He made comments that she thought it was bad, that it was on his blog and all of his blog readers were reading this, that he was going to put this on public record now, that he was going to destroy and humiliate us both.
And I did.
If this was a 16-year-old child engaged in this form of cyberbullying, I would have already dealt with it with school and it would have been dealt with. If it was a non-custodial parent, we could have gone to probate court or a filed with Department of Children and Families. Unfortunately, this is a 41-year-old man who is a complete stranger to her, so this is the only recourse that I feel that we have. And I think
so many
made it
words.
abundantly clear. Oh, and another thing that we have that's still under investigation, please, is she received numerous phone calls from what appears to be Mr. Kearney's phone number.
Oh, here we go.
Mr. Kearney
Here
is
we go.
contending this and claiming that his number was spoofed. However, what concerns me is that he's also indicated that when she called the number back because she didn't recognize it and they had a conversation, he recorded that conversation. He intended to play it in court today. Not only is that a felony in Massachusetts, but I would question if his number was spoofed by a third party, how he would have the foresight to record that phone call with the intention of bringing it to court.
So much. First of all, none of this is true. And second of all, Kate, you have to understand the judge doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about. You can't just say all these things so fucking fast. They don't know what you're talking about. I did not record any conversation with your daughter. I fucking tricked you into thinking I did, though, didn't I? Because I got a little script. I dictated it, didn't I? I wrote a little script. And I was like, if there was an audio, I would not be able to play it. Yeah, to see if your dumbass would mention it in court. And guess what? You did, because you can't stop talking about wiretapping. You're fucking obsessed with wiretapping. It's illegal. It's a felony in Massachusetts. First of all, Kate, I didn't fucking tape anything. I just told you I fucking might have taped something, but I never actually played a tape. And I certainly didn't plan on playing it in court. Because if I did illegally wiretap something, I'm not going to bring, hey, here's evidence of a felony, Your Honor. No. Oh, so I'm saying she really thinks she's a lawyer. Like when she's in there, she didn't get a lawyer because she's no different from Chili. None. Like Chili DeCastro thinks he's smarter than every attorney. So does Ryan Waters. That's all these psychopaths do. They all think they're smarter than every attorney. I don't. I'm pretty good at court, but I wasn't as good as my attorney. I wouldn't have been, I don't know if I think I would have beat it either way, to be honest with you, but I wouldn't have beat it in that fashion as resoundingly. I don't think I would have got the judge to say what he did at the end. I'll put it that way, which made it all worthwhile. It was awesome. So go on.
Believe that he has done something to yet again emotionally torment this child, to try to gaslight her and make her look crazy, look incredible, make me look crazy and incredible, so that he can continue
make you look crazy.
Go through this path of revenge. And I believe that he was trying to coax her into calling him so that he could turn around and say that she's not here.
Thank you. Any questions?
This judge didn't listen to a word you said.
If I could inquire of the juvenile.
Here we go. Here's the fun part. Here we go.
Ms. Kelly, have you ever met Mr. Kearney?
No, never in my life.
You've never met Mr. Kearney. And Mr. Kearney's never called you and spoken to you, correct?
He did the other day.
Oh, okay.
So by the way, I didn't. So she said so much that I kind of missed this part. Like she brought up the call, like the call that never happened, and I don't know why she would think bringing that up is a good idea, because Kate knows I didn't call, because Kate called. Kate did that, and she knows that I can just download my Verizon records and prove that I didn't call. So why waste your time bringing up something that I can prove didn't happen? Like, I'm going to have that. Obviously, I'm going to come prepared. Did you think I was not going to have that? And by doing that, by pressing the issue. So if you guys are unfamiliar, I get a call on Thursday from a number I don't recognize, and I answer it. And it's Teresa Kelly. And I said, at first she goes, "Who's this?" And I said, "Who's this? You're calling me." She goes, "I'm calling you back. You called me." And I go, "Oh, this happens to me sometimes. People like to fuck with me. They spoof me. They change the number to make it look like I called you, and then they call me back. This happens a lot, actually." And she goes, "Is this Aidan?" So she recognized me first. And I said, "Yeah, who's this?" It's Teresa, motherfucker, she says. Okay. Now, if I wanted to at that point, I could have taken out my phone and secretly recorded the conversation that happened and then dictated it out afterwards and wrote a little script and published it on there. I could have done that. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. We'll never know because nobody's heard any audio like that. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe it happened. I don't know. But during that conversation, perhaps she called me the N-word and she had a male friend with there and they called me fucking stupid and retarded and all this other stuff. And, they claimed that I called. I realized I was being set up. Kate or her daughter, one of them, used the spoof app. And it couldn't have been her daughter. It couldn't have been. It had to be Kate because as the daughter pointed out later on, she doesn't have my number and I don't have hers. So I would have no way to contact her and she would have no way to contact me. But who has both of our numbers? Kate Peter does. So she would certainly. I wonder if the daughter knows that. And I wonder what kind of relationship they have. Like if they plan that together or if the daughter truly doesn't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that we all know that Kate did the spoofing, right? So question for the audience right now. Do you think the daughter was in on that? Vote 1 if yes. Vote 2 if no. Vote 1 if yes, you think the daughter was in on it. Vote 2 if she had no idea Kate played her. I'm 50-50 on that. Let's see what people say. Everyone says they planned it. We got some 2s in the house. Okay. Some 2s. Some 1s. I'm leaning 1. The daughter sounded genuine, in my opinion, unless she's just a fantastic liar too. But the daughter sounded genuine. I don't think she's capable of lying the way that he is. Or she is rather. But anyway, she goes on.
Before this order was granted, did
part.
Mr. Kearney ever call you and speak with you? He never called you and spoke with you, correct?
No.
But you sent Mr. Kearney multiple messages on Facebook, correct?
Asking him to delete the post he's been posting about me for years, yes.
So you admit you sent him messages, correct?
Before any of this started, yes.
Judge, permission to approach?
Yes.
So now's the fun part. So now she's going to make her read her own messages. Here we go,
Kelly,
baby.
I'm going to ask you to read the highlighted portion for Madonna.
I think she recognized my voice.
I have to read the whole thing.
I'm going to ask you to read the highlighted portion for his honor.
Yeah, she goes, I have to read the whole thing.
Do I have to read this?
You do.
So she goes, do I have to read this? Twice. Dude, that's fucked up, man. You humiliated this girl, Kate. Like if you had told this girl ahead of time, if Kate loved her daughter and she told her ahead of time, look, if you want to come into court and get this order, here's what they're going to do. This is what his lawyer is going to do because he has a right to a defense too. They're going to make you read the things that you wrote to him. But Kate doesn't know how courts work or laws work. And so she has no idea that this is going to be our strategy. It's the most common sense thing ever. Have the freaking girl read the most horrific things that she said to show that she's not in fear. And the girl, when you heard the girl, she was not prepared for any of this. She had no idea this was going to happen. And then she goes, do I have to read this? Now, if Kate loved her daughter, she could have said at this point, no, you don't. We can drop it right now if you want. If you actually you heard it in the girl's voice. She did not want to read these messages out loud. They're embarrassing. They're humiliating for her, right? And Kate says, yes, you do have to. No mother who loves her kid would ever put her through this. They would just be like, no, we can go home. We don't need to involve you in my flame wars on the internet. You heard it in the girl's voice. She did not want to say any of these things, but Kate made her. And this is the things that it says. Listen to this.
I'll make your kids want to fucking kill themselves from embarrassment.
I'll make your fucking kids want to kill themselves from embarrassment. Shout out to Brian Riccio back there with the mask on. See him? And just watch some of the reactions. I don't even know what these people do, if they're lawyers or what. But this is an interesting day in court for them, regardless.
Ms. Kelly, I'm going to ask you to read that highlighted portion for His Honor.
I'm not my mother. I'm more heartless. I'll send your kids your dick pics.
I'll send your kids your dick pics. Oh, horrific. Look at those. They're all squirming.
Kelly,
Look at them. They're like,
I'm going to ask you to read
yikes.
that highlighted portion.
After I read this, can I say something about this?
You'll have an opportunity to testify, yeah.
After I read this, can I say something about this? Just the way this poor girl talks. It's just so, I mean, this is trashy, man. Kate, you got to raise your kids better. Talking about like, after I say something, I say something. You can speak when spoken to, young lady. This is a courtroom, okay? This is not the ground round. Behave yourself.
Let me call.
Let me call. Interesting. Yeah, she does talk good.
And let me call means you wanted to call Mr. Kearney, correct?
Oh, don't worry. I have messages of him asking me to call into the show before that message.
When you said let me call, you wanted to contact Mr. Kearney.
After he asked me to.
Okay. So 4 times in the messages, and this is a great job by Attorney Faye to bring this up. 4 times in the messages, the girl says, "Can I call you?" She asks to call into the show 4 separate times. And how can you possibly say you're scared if you're asking to call me? First of all, nowhere in those messages that we had printed out does it show me telling, like, yeah, come on in. That's not in the messages. But 4 times, because I had said it before, like on the show, if you want to come on the show, you can. I've said it on here before, but it wasn't in the messages. And you asked to come on. You asked to call me. So it doesn't matter if I've invited you on. The mere fact that you're asking to call me proves that you're not scared. You're not scared. Oh, shout out to Ryan Waters. Speaking of not scared and abusing women. How you doing, Ryan? Ryan lost another motion in court. Another one. I don't even show up to Ryan's motions anymore. I just keep winning. I'm never going to go to court for Ryan Waters again. And I'm going to keep winning no matter what. So shout out to Ryan. Okay. So let's, please, listen to
At no point. Where do you tell me where?
A crop screenshot, man? Because I have my phone with me. It's in the messages.
It's in the messages.
Where he asked you to call me.
That's fine. Can I log in on your phone? My phone's on one.
Can I log into your phone?
I've seen the messages. I can attest that he was asking her to call.
I'll try to pull it up before my phone dies.
She goes. So first of all, she didn't charge her phone. So, which is like, I mean, how unprepared are you for this? I thought this was a big hearing. You didn't charge your phone. You don't have screenshots of the messages of me telling you to call you. I mean, that would be a good thing of evidence to use. You don't even have that ready to go. And you hear what Kate says? She goes, I can attest. I saw them. Bitch, no one gives a fuck what you have to say. No, you have no credibility in this courtroom. Oh, you saw them, huh? Well, we have the messages over here and it's not in there. So, but you saw them. You saw things that aren't on the paper. And you have no evidence and her fucking phone's dead. I mean, this is when the judge knew he was dealing with the retired mafia here.
I'm talking about there.
Wait a minute, we're going to do this one thing at a time. You've already testified. Now counsel is examining your daughter. Pardon me?
My phone just died.
My phone just died.
Next question.
Next question.
I'm going to ask you to read
The judge is like,
portions that are highlighted with the asterisk, please, for His Honor.
Nothing's highlighted.
With the asterisk, please read the comments next to the asterisk, please.
Your daughter is fucking ugly. High school is going to be hard for her. Might end up in a suicide. Might end up in a GED.
Might end up in a suicide. Look at those faces.
Thank you to read. What's circled there for support, please?
Maybe she'll get into your Adderall stash, take too many, bite her lip open, and bleed out.
Look at these people. Look, you can hear a pin drop in the courtroom. Maybe your 7-year-old daughter will take all of your prescription medication, which for some reason I know about. For some reason, I'm 16 and my mother has informed me about your prescription medication. That's normal. And I hope that your 7-year-old daughter eats them all, bites her lip, and bleeds out and dies from that. Sadistic for those words to ever come out of the mouth of a freaking child. Oh, yeah, but I'm the problem here. Oh, I'm the bad guy. Right. Not the person who raised this brat. And that's what she is, Kate. Your daughter is a brat. You always talk about how proud of her you are. You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. Absolutely. Like I'm glad you did this. I've never heard from your daughter before. You talk about her a lot, but for the first time, the whole world got to hear from her and saw just how bad you are at being a parent. Nothing could ever all the DCF reports in the world, everything, all the YouTube shows, nothing could ever highlight just what a spectacular failure you are as a mother than hearing from your own child in court say these things about my innocent children who have nothing to do with anything.
You're just like a printer machine.
If you can read that highlighted portion of the report, please.
Is this because she's scared her dad's going to come molest her?
She had to say, is that her?
And if you could read that entire highlighted portion of the report.
This looks like a traumatized child to me. Why is she scared to have her dad in her room? She's a victim. Sucking dick on the school staircase is probably how she's going to cope. And he sent this message after I already blocked him. Because he's dumb.
Because he's dumb? You heard what she said? And because he's dumb. Like, you sound like ghetto Worcester trash. Like, stop it, Kate. You got to raise your kids better than that. My kid ever sounds like that. Jesus Christ. Because he's mad dumb. Yeah, I'm mad dumb. Right. First of all, you didn't block me. We blocked you. And then you came back and you commented on our page. So there's that. That wasn't smart. I mean, your mother knew this was going on and literally encouraged it. And yes, she did say that. She goes, you're like a printer machine, she says to my lawyer. Your mother brought 300 pages of documentation with her, and none of it was helpful. Not a single piece of paper was helpful. And you missed school for some reason. You missed another day of school for this. Like, where are her teachers? That's what I want to know. Like, how many days can you be absent from high school? Like, are you going to graduate? Kate's always saying, oh, my daughter's a great student. She never goes to school, though. So what's up with that?
My client, correct?
Yep.
Talking about his child committing suicide and sucking dick.
What does he say about me and my brother?
But you're afraid of Mr. Kearney, correct?
I never said I was afraid.
After
This is a harassment order.
After Mr. Kearney blocked you, or one of his admins blocked you, on the Facebook page, you attempted to reach out to Mr. Kearney's personal Facebook, correct?
No, that was before.
Nope.
Permission to approach, Your Honor.
Kate, you got to coach him better.
Yeah, you may approach as needed.
So, Corinne, like, Attorney Faye was anal with the dates with me because that's what you got to be with this. She wanted to know, what day did she first message you? Okay, March 15th at 6:30 a.m. Okay, what time did you block her at? 8 o'clock on March 16th. Okay, what time did she post on YouTube? And YouTube doesn't show you the exact time you posted. It just says how many days ago you posted. But you could see that she was posting up until the 17th on our YouTube channel. And what day did she message my personal account? Now, she messaged my personal account on March 16th around, I think it was around 6 or 7 o'clock. It was right around the time that we blocked her on Facebook. And yeah, so it showed that like you were blocked. He cut you off. And then you found other avenues to harass him. You are not in fear. That's what we're establishing here. It's like the big thing that you need. And it didn't work out.
Kelly, you have a Facebook page, correct?
You know I do.
You know I do?
Teresa Kelly on it?
Yep. I said this was before. I never said I didn't do this. I just said
Can you see the date on that?
Yeah.
What's the date?
And I blocked him first, so your whole thing is irrelevant.
On that page, does it show the
Oh my God, what a brat. What a brat. She imagine saying that to a lawyer in court, and I blocked him first, so your whole thing's irrelevant. Irrelevant. Like a good mother tells her kids, shut the fuck up. Stop talking. Like, but Kate, this is what Kate has told her to believe. That's irrelevant. So you're dumb. You're mad dumb with all your papers and your print out papers and shit. Girl, you're from the suburbs. I know you've had a rough upbringing, but chill with that. Like you live like 30 minutes from anything close to a ghetto. You live like your Avery Street. It ain't nice, but it doesn't qualify as the hood. So you got to chill with that. Okay. Some more.
Yes, it shows the date. Yep. Yes.
And what else did you call my client when you messaged them?
A bitch.
She looks at me and she goes, "A bitch." I wish the camera got her. Oh, a bitch. So that'll go over well. It is the Cash Me Outside girl. It really is.
I have no further questions of the juvenile judge.
Okay, I told you I'd give you an opportunity to testify. You're welcome to testify if you'd like, but just understand when you do testify, you sort of renew the opportunity of counsel to ask questions on the things that you mentioned.
I'll let you guys ask questions.
Okay. So the plaintiff's case is in. Do you have any witnesses?
Judge, I'd like to inquire of my client. If
Go right
that's
ahead.
okay. Mr. Kearney, could you state your name and spell your last name for the record, please?
My name's Aidan Kearney. Last name is Kearney.
And have you ever met Teresa Kelly?
No, I have not.
And do you know of Teresa Kelly?
I know of her.
Because Kate
and
talks
how do
about
you
her.
know of Miss Kelly?
I write on matters. I'm a journalist.
I
who
slipped
writes
up here.
on,
That was my only fuck
matters
up.
of public concern.
I should have just said I know of her because the plaintiff's mother can't stop talking about her on YouTube and throwing condoms at her.
And particularly one of those concerns is public arrest reports, court records pertaining to child abuse. And we became aware of long-standing abuse going on.
I object.
Overruled in Miss Peters' household. And we pulled court documents from an arrest on September 27th of 2021, in which Miss Kelly was assaulted with a knife by her stepfather, Andrew Johnson. And 3 months later, we pulled another police report in February of 2022, in which Mr. Johnson was still living in the house after the knife incident, which he's been charged with. He assaulted Miss Peter in front of her son, and her son told his counselor that he does not feel safe living with Mr. Johnson in the house. And so this became the kind of story that I'm interested in writing about, because I believe that people who bring their children around abusive adults deserve to be exposed, deserve to be written about, especially when they're dealing with ongoing court cases that are open to the public. All of these documents are open to the public. They contain police records, and we publish them. And Miss Peter is upset about that because obviously it makes her household look dysfunctional. And what she's trying to do.
Interrupt you right there because it's kind of a run-on answer.
I could have gone all.
Have you been in court with Miss Peter before?
It is interesting that the judge like cut me off there. I mean, it's like sometimes you say too much. You got to keep it low, but like he just let her keep talking. I feel like he was just entertained by her, because at any point he could have just been like, enough is enough. But I thought he was really enjoying the show, because again, all we had before that was a bunch of guys, a bunch of Portuguese who can't keep their pants on. That was the theme before this. So I guess this was something different for him. All right, back to the show.
And that was, she references in her affidavit that was for a 258A, which is the harassment prevention order statute that we're here for today.
Yes.
And was that order granted?
No, that order was denied on March 10th, 2020.
Oh, interesting.
And you haven't harassed Miss Peters' juvenile daughter, have you?
No, we write about Miss Peter. The fact that we write about the things that Miss Peter has done. That's what we do.
And there's one other. When Miss Peter began messaging you, were you ever confrontational, or when Miss Kelly began messaging you, were you ever confrontational with her at any point?
No, we were actually the opposite. She So she messaged a business account.
So no, this was not rehearsed at all. Like we had we met, her and I met. She was actually deathly sick, and like took a bunch of like medicine to feel better for this day because she's like, I don't want you going in there alone. Because I'm like, I can do it alone. Don't worry about it. She's like, no, I'm not letting you do that. And so we met at Dunkin' Donuts an hour before court, and we just went over all this shit. That was it. So there was nothing else. Practices back and forth. I just so well. I have all the answers. Like I'm ready. I'm like to go on my side.
And when you message the business account, you don't always get me. So she actually wasn't even talking to me for most of the time on there. But when I was talking to her, as you'll see in the messages, I am sympathetic. I offer to help her. I specifically told her that I'm not here to harm you, that I come in peace, and that I'd like to help you in any way possible. She began to escalate. She began to make sexual comments about my 5 and 7-year-old children, send pictures of them to me, saying that they're going to kill themselves, that they're going to be sucking dick in the high school stairway by the time they.
Oh yeah. So like, by the way, for they're sucking dick in the high school stairway. I had to say that in court, like, because that's what this plaintiff, this child, told me to do. And yes, so for those of you unfamiliar, I was in this courtroom 3 years ago, March 10th, 2020, 2 days before COVID shut down the world, for a harassment order hearing with Krusty Panties. She was trying then, this is right after she stopped working for me. She was trying to prevent me. She found out that I found out about her past, because I didn't even know about her past when she worked for me. I didn't know the extent of it. She told me like, yeah, I've had some, rough times, whatever. Like I was fooled by her too. Not gonna lie. Like I was really no different from the Discord morons. But people come around, like Jim Wahlberg, like they all come around after a while. Except for the really pathetic ones like Mike Hilario, who was smart enough to know better, but just chooses not to. And Dump Truck, who's just in it for clout and, stuff like that. But so I was in this courtroom 3 years ago because I found out about her past and I told her I was going to write about it. And so she tried to get an order on me to prevent me from doing so. And I beat her then. And she knows I could beat her again. So this time she's hiding behind her kid. And I beat her too. I mean, how many people can I fit in the Turtleboy graveyard, for crying out loud?
They get there. She was trying to provoke me into stooping to that level.
And did you ever respond with anything negative towards her?
No,
so like a lot of, for those of you who don't know this, sometimes I forget that people don't know this. Like, yeah, Kate used to work for me. So I recruited Kate from the comment section. She was like, I used to recruit people from the comment section who I thought were, funny at times or witty. And a couple of her comments I thought were interesting. And so I'm like, hey, you want to write for me? And she can actually write decently. So I brought her on and she was just so into it. Like the way she's obsessed with Discord now, like she's obsessed with Turtleboy back then. She wrote a blog calling me her idol. Can you believe that? She called me in a blog that she was honored. She couldn't believe that I messaged her and asked her to work for me because I am her idol. And no, we don't know where Dump Truck is. Somebody should ask Shannon on her channel. She calls it Shiz. How come you weren't in court? Like, Bret Killer and came 3 hours here. 3 hours. He came down here and he's got no car. And he came down here to be with you in court. Shannon lives 30 minutes away in Medfield. Couldn't be bothered to show up. I thought you were good friends. That's one thing that has not really been answered. So yeah. She was not bad. Like she wrote the Michael Cadena blog. Those were good blogs, like exposing that asshole. She wrote a lot of ones I look back on now. They're pretty hypocritical, but she was a good blogger. It's just, she started doing the YouTube thing with Turtleboy and she kind of thought she was bigger than me and more important than me because she started getting obsessed with Josh Abrams. That was her downfall. And we had a falling out because she basically was sabotaging the company from the inside. I found out later on. Aidan Blarney, go look it up. And yeah, so that's the history.
I just responded and said, I know you're trying to get a reaction out of me, but you're not going to get it. Lashing out at me is, not going to help anyone. But I'd like to help you in any way that I can. And please let me know what it is.
So you wrote a blog about Andrew Johnson in January, and she referenced that blog when she talked to you. And Did you take that blog down?
No, the blog I took down was about another man that was charged with raping a child, a 15-year-old, and he had been commenting on her Facebook page and liking comments. And I talked about how the blog was about the man who was charged with rape, not about her.
Okay, but did you take that blog down?
I did.
Okay.
Because she requested it.
And you have a long-standing feud with
I like this line.
juvenile's mother, Miss Peter, correct?
I would say it's more her. She has a long-standing feud with me. I'm just trying to mind my own business, write about stories, and this is what she's doing.
But
yes, we've known each other for 3 years. I'm not fond of her, and I've written about her several times.
And has she posted things about you?
Oh, yes.
And have those things landed Miss Peter in court?
Yes, Miss Peter.
And have they resulted in criminal charges?
Yes, Miss Peter is currently being charged with violation of a harassment prevention order after she posted naked pictures of me and another woman several times repeatedly on YouTube, on Facebook, on an app called Discord.
That's not appropriate.
Sent out pornography of me to her own children. She said that in audio. So she said that she sent her children naked pictures of me and asked them,
listen to this,
what should I do with them? And according to her, she said that her daughter said, quote, fucking burn him. And so that's...
Additionally,
that's what she said on her.
Yes, that is what she said. And we have the audio.
I have that audio.
I'll give you an opportunity to respond. Go ahead.
Additionally, did Miss Kelly...
So I want to play that part right there because Kate objected to that. We didn't end up having to play that part, but she denied that. Like we don't come with receipts, Kate. Like, you need to listen to my show more and you might understand it. So she claims that this never happened, right? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull it up and we're going to play it because that's what we do here. We bring receipts. So let me switch over to this screen and we will play this.
Yeah, you're gonna look up my name. I get it. Okay, but I know how much comes up on my name, and that bothers me to a certain extent, just because my daughter and I were talking about all this. Because I'll be straightforward with everybody here. When I first got this information.
Okay, this information that she's talking about, this is September of 2021, after Leah Genduso decided to message her out of the blue and get revenge against me because I had alerted her fiance's baby mama that her 6-year-old daughter probably should not be around the man-eating dogs in her house, and that her daughter was being used as a prop and that she had attempted to do the same with my children, and that you don't want, and like, this is not safe for your kid. As a parent, I had to tell her that. And so Leah got mad about this because Jordan ends up dumping her over it. And Leah decides to contact the person who hates me the most and is obsessed with me the most, and sends her naked pictures of me. Not just naked pictures, like, those ones, solos. She didn't send any of the duets, which I think are a lot more interesting. Personally, I think they're a lot better. If you're into that sort of thing, at Leah Genduso OF on Twitter, just saying, you might want, like, I've seen them. I like those ones more. I think those are better. But so she sends her those, and so imagine a woman this obsessed with me getting a video like that. She's thinking, this is Christmas. This is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. I have videos of Aidan Kearney spanking it. And what am I going to do with these videos? Well, I'm going to bring them to my children, and we're going to have a meeting of the minds and decide. That's what she says here. Listen to this.
I'll be straightforward with everybody here. When I first got this information, I went
John, you must be new here.
My children, who are 12 and 15, they're not little kids or whatever. And I said, I have some really incriminating information on Aidan. They obviously know who he is at this point. What should I do with it? And my son said, well,
camera there. Did we lose audio there? Hold on. This always freaking happens. Okay, let's go with this one. I like this camera more. That's way better. Okay. So so the son says, so she goes to her kids with the videos of me and asks, what should I do with them? And the son says, the son's the good cop.
If it's going to hurt his family, I wouldn't do it because you're going to look petty and hypocritical. And, it hurt us a lot. And I don't want to do that to anyone else.
Good advice.
My daughter, who has been much more affected because Aidan has really focused on her and she's 15 years old, said, fucking bury him. All right.
Chip off the old block.
She did though. Yeah.
Chip off the old block. Who's that? Corrosive commentary. One of the chip off. Like you should be ashamed that your daughter. Like, why are you showing your kids pornography of me? Like, she went to her kids and is like, "Hey, children who are 12 and 15, here's a video of a man from Holden masturbating on the couch. What should I do with them? I'm going to let you guys decide what I should do with these master. For fuck's sake, why does that keep happening? And I got to get rid of Deb as the, hold on. I got to get rid of Deb as the default there. I don't know how that came up to begin with, but I'm going to try not to let that happen again. And corrosive, his name's Curtis Trombori. He's married to a woman named Jennifer Trombori. As I found out today, Curtis Trombori of the Masshole Report, he does not work, which is so funny. Apparently, he is a stay-at-home dad. His wife, Jennifer Trombori, works in their duplex in Pennburg, Pennsylvania. And he just sits at home and sits on Discord all day. So that kind of explains a lot there. So we got more coming on him. So anyway, so she decides that she's like, that's the kind of shit she shares. That's the kind of shit she shares. So she's going to consult with them about what to do with this.
And one thing that she said to me today when we were discussing this is she goes, if I look up Kate Peters' daughter, the first thing that comes up is all this nasty shit about me. And she's 15 years old.
First of all, did you hear what she said there? If I Google Kate Peters' daughter, why would a child ever say, when I Google Aidan Kearney's daughter, why would what a child would just Google their own name? A child wouldn't be like, I'm going to Google Kate Peters' daughter. I'm going to write the name. That shows how self-centered Kate is. That she first of all, that didn't happen. And she centers herself in it. See what I'm saying? Like, why would the daughter mention you? Like, why would the daughter mention Kate Peters' daughter? You're not that important. The daughter would be like, because the child is a different last name than you, Kate. So why would she even need to do that? That makes no sense. So yeah, I guess if you Googled something that specific, you might find this. But who would ever Google that? That makes no sense. It shows how fake, right? Like that. It's the little lies like that I pick up on.
15 years old. I would say, and I'm not trying to extort anyone here. I would say that an easy way to quell my rage and all this would be if maybe
quell my rage. Listen to this. Listen to this. This is great.
It doesn't matter either way. There was one point when I really wanted everything about my daughter taken down, but the damage has been done at this point. It would be an empty victory if anything about my daughter was taken down. I can't imagine victimizing a child like that, particularly.
Do you hear what she just said there? And we were going to play that too if necessary. She admits she doesn't want the blogs about her daughter taken down. She says that. I don't even want them taken down because it would be a hollow victory. That's all that she views this all as wins and losses. She doesn't give a fuck about her kid. Wins and losses. Imagine saying that. Like she forgot how thorough I am and that I will go back and I listen to everything. Kate, I went through I went back 2 years and every time you spoke about this, I listened very carefully to the words and I listened for anything in which you talked about your daughter and I clipped it all because that's how thorough I am. That's how dedicated I am to my craft and bringing evidence and receipts. Don't fuck with me. Like, what are you thinking? You couldn't even charge your phone. You're out of your league.
One that you know has had a rough upbringing, because I've been very forthright about that. My children have issues, and some of them have to do with me. I can't imagine wanting to re-victimize them on the internet, but that is what Aidan has done. So I'm really,
See you later, Mike
trying
D.
not to do that with his children. I don't want them
All
to
right.
look up their father one day and go, wow, my father is a drug-addicted, narcissistic, hateful, cruel, philandering piece of shit. He is that, but I don't want to make that too prominent on the internet, because his children don't deserve to see that. It's not their fault. That's still their father. They love him, and I'm sure that he loves them.
Oh, they love him,
He's
huh?
just not obviously capable of prioritizing.
Right. Unlike you. I mean, imagine saying those sort of things if you're like you've lost custody of two of your kids, and your other kid is this ratchet scumbag brat. And you're just like, he can't prioritize his kids. He's not good at being a father. It's like, you should probably never talk. Like, you're literally the last person who should talk about anyone else raising their kids, yet you can't stop doing that. It's like the one thing you fixate on more than anything. Okay. So that's what we were talking about here, which she denies the existence of. So again, the context.
Naked pictures of me and asked them, what should I do with them? And according to her, she said that her daughter said, quote, fucking burn him.
Yep.
And
I bring receipts, Kate. I bring receipts.
That's what she said on her.
Yes, that is what she said. We have the audio.
I have that audio.
I'll give
Kate's
you an
like-
opportunity to respond. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Additionally, did Miss Kelly, the juvenile, did she threaten to send pornographic photos to your young children?
Yes, she threatened to send dick pics to my children of me.
Nothing further.
Look at the faces in the courtroom. Like, what?
Okay. Ms. Peter, just like counsel was permitted to ask questions, I'm going to give you, fair is fair, I'm going to give you an opportunity, if you want to ask questions of
Oh, yeah. Remember when Kate...
Kearney. But when
Remember when Kate... I mean, it's hard to keep track of all the lies. I forgot about that one, Carla. Remember when Kate said that the two kids that she gave away were products of rape? And that not only that they were products of rape, that she testified against the rapist at his rape trial. News Now New England, Brian Sessions, is that his name? Brian Sessions? Yeah. He grilled her on that. And he's just like, who raped you, Kate? Like, who did you testify against in court? She actually said that. But it's just hard to keep track of all the lies with her. It's like insane.
when people try to do this and they're not lawyers, what typically happens is they ask a question, they get an answer they disagree with, and then they turn to me and start to testify.
Remember when Genduso did that against me?
Or they'll
in court?
argue with him. Can't do that.
Genduso
You have
did
to
that.
ask another question and another question. Once you're done, if you want to testify, and you mentioned that you had something you wanted to say, I'll let you do that. But it's got to be questions first, testimony second. Go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Kearney. I'm looking here at a document that starts with brief interpretation. In this, there's allegations that the two children molested each other in a foster home. Is this public record?
I didn't hear what she said, Your Honor.
I apologize.
We're having a bit.
I'm looking here at a document that you report to me from DCF. You started posting this in February 2020.
Objection.
So I have no idea what she's even like. Kate, again, you have to get better at asking the questions. Like she's like, this document I have here that you purport to be from DCF, and you post it. You're posting this document. It's like, and it's the document about the kids fiddler on the roof there, like that one, the DCF document there, and that was published in 2020. Now I've reshared that several times over the years because Kate won't fucking go away and she won't stop fucking with my life. So yeah, I'm going to bring that up. Of course, you can get me to, I will stop bringing it up if you just mind your own fucking business and move on with your life. And by the way, Kate, it's not just me saying that. You want to see what people are saying in your Discord right now? I'm talking about some of your most loyal legion of retards. This is what some of them are saying right now. Let me pull this up. Turtleboy watch. Okay, this tab. So this is what somebody says. The woman, she comes in here as Nima sometimes. I don't even know her real name. But she posted something. She urged Kate to stop talking about the kids and stop fucking with him and just go, like, hopefully everyone stops. And she goes, should I delete what I posted? And a guy by the name of Harry Vagine writes, absolutely not. I love Kate to death, but I hope she moves on. Kate, your own most diehard retarded supporters are like, dude, you got to move on. This is not healthy for your kid at all. And then somebody says, being that this is an HPO hearing involving a minor, how could he record with intent to disseminate for profit? I would think that would be highly illegal. Oh my God, these people have no fucking clue how the courtrooms work, but they just can't stop fucking talking about it anyway. And then corrosive commentary, Curtis Trombori says, it's a public hearing. There's nothing illegal about talking to a minor or a minor being on the internet. Thank you, Kurt. You seem to be the brains over there. Yeah, there's nothing illegal about that, especially when they message you first.
I'm going to overrule the objection, but it's not an entirely clear question.
Okay. Let me move on. I'm sorry. Is this document public record?
Is what document public record?
Can I approach?
You may approach.
May I approach? She says that about. Is this public?
This was sent to me. This document. This was sent to me, so that's my only answer to that.
Like, I don't know what her point is here. So I published your DCF documents, and she's like, is this public record? Well, I guess it's probably not. I don't know the answer to that question. Like, I didn't get them publicly. If that's what I have no idea. Maybe I could find them if I look through your probate court docs. I don't know. But this one got sent to me. So even if, like, what are you trying to prove here? Even if they're not public court documents, I can still share them because the First Amendment protects that, Kate. You're allowed to share documents that get sent to you. That's what happened. These documents were sent to me. And what was really happening here is Kate is dying to know who sent these to me. She wants to know who sent me those DCF documents because they're real and they're damning and they affect her. And they affect her reputation. And I ain't never telling you because my sources, nobody finds out my sources. I got reporter's privilege because I'm a reporter, whether or not you want to admit it or not. I've been deemed a reporter in court.
Do you consider allegations that your children have molested each
This
other
is great.
at the ages 6 and 3 to be of public concern?
Do I consider molestation of public concern? Is that what you're asking?
Let me rephrase the question.
I'm like, do I consider molestation of children public concern? Yeah. I do. I think molestation of children is bad. And this is what it comes down to. She thinks you're not allowed to talk about this. Like, somebody diddles a kid, somebody fiddlers on the roof there, teaches the kids to do that, and you can't talk about it. Oh no, you can talk about it, dummy. Like, this is where it gets good. I wasn't expecting to diss the Boston Globe in court, but I got to.
The Boston Globe often identify two children as potentially molesting each other. Is that something that's public concern?
I don't read the Boston Globe.
Objection, Judge. I don't know the relevance to this.
Objection is overruled, so the answer stands.
The answer stands. Yes, thank you for overruling that because the answer, it's public record now, Kate. Strike that. It's public record that I got to diss the Boston. I'm like, I don't know anyone who reads the Boston Globe. I'm not paying for that shit. I don't know what the Boston Globe publishes, but as a matter of fact, they do. That's kind of their big thing. Like, that's, if you search for like child abuse and molestation on the Boston Globe, there's a whole bunch of shit that comes up. Also, it's kind of the most famous thing they ever published was the thing about altar boys getting molested by Catholic priests. That's their big thing. There was an Oscar award winning movie called Spotlight about it. Batman was in it. Okay. Like, it was a big movie.
So, you're claiming this was sent to you. Who sent it to you?
An anonymous source.
So you're saying that a document that is not publicly accessible that was sent to you by an anonymous source is something that you consider a matter of public concern involving two minors?
I consider child abuse a matter of public concern.
This doesn't allege child abuse. This alleges...
Judge, she's testifying.
I'm sorry.
Objection.
And that is exactly what the judge urged her not to do. Resist the urge to argue with them. Your job is to ask questions. and correct. You can't correct them. You just get to ask the questions. You don't get to be like, no, that's not true. Documentation. Can't do that, Kate. It's not how court works. Daryl Brooks. We should just new nickname for her. Krusty DeCastro. That's who she is. She's the new Chili. Krusty DeCastro, because he's better than her in court. Like, he's not good at it, but he's better than her. I'll tell you, like, it doesn't get any worse than this. You're not a lawyer, Kate. You're not a lawyer. And by the way, she heard my lawyer say, "Can I approach, Your Honor?" Like, that's what you're supposed to ask. And Kate says it like 4 times later on in the hearing. Like, she's like, "Oh, I'm going to use that one. Can I approach? Can I approach?" She was so proud of herself when she said that. Not, "Can I give this to him? Can I approach? Can I approach?" All right, go on.
That objection is sustained.
Sustained.
If you consider this a reportable story, why have you posted it numerous times throughout the year? You often rehash the same story 40, 50 times?
Often when I revisit them, yes.
Merb, what a fucking fraud he is.
Where
Huh?
do you get the information that these children were sexually abused by their mother?
I actually never, like, those documents seem to infer that were sent to me, and
Can I approach?
Can I approach?
Approach is needed.
Can I approach?
Is that your Twitter account, Dr. Turtleboy?
Yes, it is. No, this is great. I love this.
yes.
You read the post?
Says, "Okay, Kate, just know that nothing you say about anyone matters because you literally sexually abused your children. But this is in response to an account called Lounge Lizard, which Miss Peter does not run, so I'm not talking to her there. Talking to Lounge Lizard. Are you Lounge Lizard?
I'm not.
Okay.
I am like, that's a rookie move right there. A real attorney at that point would say, "You don't ask the questions. I ask the questions." I go, are you Lounge Lizard? I am not. Okay, so I wasn't talking to you. Because she handed me these things. I'm like, I don't remember all the things I tweeted. I guess I did say that. But luckily, I was replying to a woman named Michelle Olson. Shout out, Meals on Wheels. Hope your wheelchair is feeling good right now, girl. You're never going to get out of it, but I hope you enjoy it. And hopefully it's comfortable. Just sucks can't walk, but don't worry about it. At least you got Discord. You got that going on for you. And she runs an account called Lounge Lizard. And I'm replying to Lounge Lizard. And I'm saying, "You sexually abused kids." So technically, I'm not saying that to Kate. I'm saying that to Lounge Lizard. And you're not Lounge Lizard. Because it says the replies. Like, it shows what you're replying to on Twitter. None of these tweets are replying to Kate.
Here we go. This is again Dr. Turtleboy. Can you read what's highlighted, please?
So this is in response to an account called, well, it's relevant because how Twitter works, Your Honor. You respond to people. So I'm responding to somebody called Public Face 6 and Troll Homeo. And I said, "Here it is. Ask Bret. He agreed they were sexually abused."
Ask Bret. He's in the courtroom. That didn't go well.
Ms. Kelly messaged you. Did she indicate to you that her postings were emotionally damaging to her?
She seems upset by them.
So you were aware that this was emotionally damaging to her, that this was having an impact, correct?
It's like, yeah, I realize, like, she acts like this means something. So you were aware that my daughter said she was emotional. I know she said she was emotionally impacted because you were coaching her to say that. Her behavior suggests otherwise. And quite fucking frankly, I don't give a fuck if she's emotionally impacted. Not my problem. That's your problem. You're her mother. Get her off the internet. Get yourself off the internet, as Bret says. That's when a good mother taps the fuck out, logs the fuck off the internet. But you can't because you don't give a fuck about her. You don't. It can all end if you just stop fucking with me. If you stop sending emails to the fucking mother of my children at her work. If you stop threatening to send letters in the mail to my parents' house. My fucking elderly parents, you're sending them. My mom had fucking cancer. You're threatening to fucking send shit to her house. What the fuck's wrong with you? But nobody gives a fuck about your daughter's feelings if you're fucking doing that to someone else. Okay? You're not innocent at all. Stop hiding. Stop acting like you're some innocent person out there who I'm just picking on for the fuck of it. I'm not.
Objection.
I'll let her have it.
What was that?
You can answer.
I wasn't even aware that I was talking to Teresa the whole conversation. And 4 times in the conversation, I actually call her Kate. I thought I was talking to Kate.
Excuse me, can I speak? On I am.
Can I speak? Can I
We're going to do
speak?
this one step at a time.
When you later made statements publicly on YouTube comments saying, no, I was actually talking to her daughter, what were you referring to?
Well, later on, after the conversation was over, I became aware that I was talking to her daughter because her daughter left a voicemail.
What was the name of the account?
It was the Turtleboy account.
Oh, the account that was messaged to, I apologize.
The name, Teresa Kelly?
Is my name Teresa Kelly?
No, but you could have access to it.
Is my name
I thought I was
Teresa
talking to you.
Kelly? No, it's not.
So was the order to cease posting about the plaintiff's sexual history ambiguous to you in any way?
Was it what?
Ambiguous? Do you understand it?
I understood it.
No,
Okay, so then why on April 1st of 2023 did you yet again post a document alleging that this child was molested by her younger brother?
So she's like, she's so stupid that she thinks that having this stupid order in place means I can't I can't post an old post. The document, the Fiddler on the Roof document that this whole hearing seems to be about, the Fiddler on the Roof document that she admitted was real. She's like, why did you repost that? I didn't, Kate. I shared an old blog. Like, it was already posted initially. Me resharing old content isn't posting anything new. It's old shit. So that doesn't count. And you tried to get me violated on that, and you failed. The police told you that this is not a violation. Yet you're bringing this into a courtroom anyway. Oh, you're so stupid.
That is an old screenshot from 3 years ago.
I have it right here. You reposted the blog on April 1st twice.
If I was in violation,
Unambiguous to you?
if I was in violation of the order, I would have had a warrant out for my arrest.
Boom, roasted.
Are you aware that the North Attleboro Police have gone ahead and filed a referral with the DA to clarify whether they should be pressing charges?
I've seen no evidence of that whatsoever.
Well, you will.
And I've spoken
What did she say there? What is the DA doing to me? Are you aware that
the order, I would have had a warrant out for my arrest. I do not.
Are you aware that the North Attleboro Police have gone ahead and filed a referral with the DA to clarify whether they should be pressing charges?
I've seen no evidence.
are you aware that the North Attleboro Police are working with the DA to find out blah, 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 blah? None of that's happening, Kate. I've dealt with the North Attleboro Police Department before. No offense to anyone in the North Attleboro Police Department, but they don't do shit. They're one of the laziest police departments I've ever dealt with. They're not going to do shit. The district attorney's office. You think that Bristol County District Attorney's office that prosecuted Aaron Hernandez and deals with murderers and shit in fucking Fall River and up and down that shithole county of theirs is worried about you and this fucking nonsense? Stop it. Stop it. That I'm in violation of an order? I'm not in violation of an order. You are. The irony of this all is that Kate is literally, as we speak, being charged with violation of a harassment prevention order against poor Lauren Uno from the comments there, who she stalked, harassed, and threatened for a year and never met because she's associated with me.
Whatsoever.
Well, you will.
And I've spoken with the North Attleboro Police at length, and they've mentioned, I asked them specifically if there's an investigation into this, and they told me no.
And any other questions?
No, that was it.
Did you want to testify additionally?
Yeah.
I want you to keep it brief, and I don't want you to rehash anything. Go ahead.
Yeah. Again, this is their only recourse here. I would just counter the North Attleboro Police. I spoke to Detective Sergeant Ryan Lee on Friday. They were putting in a search warrant for Mr. Kearney's phone records to get to the bottom of the phone issue, as well as they had put a referral into the DA just to have them check the case because while this order was in place, Mr. Kearney made several public statements that appear to have been directed at.
Okay, so first of all, she's saying now that the North Attleboro Police have applied for a search warrant of my phone to prove that I'm the one who called you. I pray to fucking God she's that stupid. Because she knows that I didn't call. She knows that she called. And she knows that if she presses this hard enough and they actually do investigate, they're going to find out she did it. I pray to fucking God she's that stupid. But even she's not that dumb. Tell me she's not that stupid. That she, like, because she knows that she did it, right? So, like, how the fuck can she do that? A search warrant for my phone? Are you fucking kidding me? There's no search warrant. I offered the North Attleboro police. I'll come down there and show you my phone. You can download all of it. It's my burner phone anyway at this point. Fucking have at it. Search warrant. Oh my God. And what else are the district attorney's office doing?
My daughter, specifically, he said, Teresa, I'm sorry, he didn't use her name. He said, you haven't been in school over a week, in over a week over this. Nobody's in fear here. You're just using this as an excuse for truancy.
Yes.
The police were a little bit unclear as to whether or not that would strike as a violation because he did not use her name. However, he did use pointed language such as you. I do not feel confident that without extending this order, that this behavior will cease.
So, by the way, like translation there, you brought it to them and North Attleboro police are not sure. That means they told you it wasn't. That means it wasn't a violation of the order. Because again, they're not going to do shit because it's not a violation of the order. Dummy.
As unfortunately, the order has barely mitigated that.
Okay. Based on that additional testimony, counsel, do you have any questions?
I do not, Judge.
Do you care to be heard?
I do.
Go ahead.
Judge, so after this order was granted, my client called me. He had received a phone call. He picked up the phone. He told me that it was the juvenile on the other end of the phone who said, who is this? You just called me. I informed my client of the steps that we were going to take immediately because he was being set up to violate this order, which he has the utmost respect for. He's never contacted anybody. Unfortunately, what I do believe happened, Judge, is I believe, and I've had this happen far too many times, is spoofing. You can download a spoof app on your phone. I can download a spoof app and I can put in any phone number I want and I could call someone else and they would think that it was that other party calling when in reality, that call is coming from my phone. So I do believe that is what happened. So I told Mr. Kearney immediately, download your cell phone records. Judge, I have his cell phone records. They've been given to the Attleboro police. Yep. Additionally, we have said we will submit his phone for a forensic download. You cannot beat phone records. You cannot beat a forensic download.
Boom.
But unfortunately, other people don't know the tools that we have available to us. So this is honestly a woman who is on a warpath to destroy my client because she doesn't like a blog, and it's been an ongoing feud between them. So now she has an open harassment prevention order that I successfully did in West Roxbury.
Oh, that I successfully did. I like that one. I like that one.
Arraigned on criminal charges for violating that.
Ooh.
I understand she's upset, but this right here,
she's
all
roasting
these false
you.
allegations
Getting
against
roasted
my
by the
client for
attorney.
retribution, Judge, and you weaponizing the court isn't the way to go.
No, it's not.
And trying to set him up to violate a restraining order isn't. I mean, I'm not worried about it because again, we're certainly willing for a forensic download, Judge, but to use the court to weaponize the court is just, it's atrocious. It's a waste of the court's time.
It is.
So,
it is.
my client's never had any contact with her. She's not shown fear. In fact, she's shown quite the opposite.
Ooh, good point.
I had her read into the record what her responses were to my client. So there's no fear there at all.
No, there's not.
This is simply a vendetta. So I simply would ask the court, please deny the order.
Ooh, access denied.
Yeah, about the phone call, I do get prank calls from somebody my age. There is no way somebody would know your number, or I would know your number.
Oh, thank you, Teresa.
There's no way I would know his number.
You heard that, guys? That's a great fucking point that she brings up. Thank you, Teresa. There is no way that I would know your phone number, so I would not be able to spoof your phone number to myself. But you know who would, Teresa? You know who would? The woman sitting next to you, standing next to you. You call her mom. You probably call her Kate. Let's be honest. I could totally picture that happening in that household. But she knows my phone number. That's what made me think the daughter wasn't in on it. Because she's just like, she thought she had like an aha moment there. unless she's that diabolical that she was just in on it. She's like, I'm going to say, like, that's fucking even more crazy if she didn't know that. But yeah. Good point, Teresa. And by the way, I got a couple donos here. For some reason, the messages didn't come up. So I want to take a moment to just thank Rob Ant. Say, I don't know. Like I see it on Stripe, but it doesn't come up in my email. So if you sent a message, I will bring up your message on the big screen. So I got $25 here from Metal Guy. And so if he has a message, Metal Guy wants to send a message, we can bring him up. We got Attleboro court officer sends $50. So if she wants to bring her comment up, we'll bring that up as well. And Johnny Mac also sends $45. So thank you very much. I don't know why the donos aren't coming. Not getting in my email. That happens sometimes for some reason on the Turtle Chat. We're a little ghetto here. But if you'd like to donate, again, the link is pinned to the top, and you can just write me a message and I'll say it out loud too if you do it that way, or you can write your message on the Turtle Chat. Maybe I'll get an email, or you can cash at me at $sign Uncle Turtleboy, and you can do it that way. Okay, we're almost done with this. Let's play a little more.
I firmly believe, you could do a search on my mother's phone and my phone. We did not call. I was actually with a friend of mine when he called, and he was calling. The police have screenshots of the missed calls. He called me 5 times while I was with the police. I believe he did this from somebody else's phone or got the app himself to set me up into calling in.
Wait, I believe that he got the app himself and is trying to set me up into calling me. You heard that? She said they called 5 times, which is even crazier. And so she believes that she was being set up to call me. She might have been. That might have actually happened. Your mother set you up. She knows a lot about the app because she admitted that she does the spoofing too. You're right. This is all a mind fuck for everyone, like the judge and everything. All I know is we offered to show our phones. If you want to look at my phones, we have nothing to hide. So there's that.
Am I personally in fear? I'm in fear for my brother's safety. He had people come to my house, called me. I don't know how he got my number. I'm 16. There's no way I would know his number. There's no way I would know his number.
Oh, by the way, did we miss the part? I guess I might have skipped over this part or not picked up on it, where they asked her, like, real early on, are you in? She goes, I'm not in fear. You have to be in fear. Like, Kate, how do you not coach your kid to say they're in fear? You have to coach them to say you're in fear. If they're not in fear, then you can't get an order. Oh, yeah, I heard that too. Pathetic.
You're in fear. In fear of what?
My family. He has people coming to my house saying we're outside. I couldn't sleep the next night because I was looking out my window to make sure no one I don't know is in front of my house.
Oh, the person who took a picture of the vehicle?
I don't know who it is, but he sent them.
Okay, so you're in fear of people coming to your house?
Yes, he sent somebody to my house. And now he knows my number, and I don't know how, and I know it was him who called me.
Are you in fear of whoever he sends to the house physically assaulting you?
Yes, they're coming to my home, taking pictures of me.
Pictures. People are entitled to take pictures.
Yes.
Go to his house to take pictures.
But I wouldn't do that because I'm not a bad person.
Oh, because I'm not a bad person. And by the way, Suzanne's message was, thank you for the great entertainment. I appreciate that. I'm not a bad person. You're 16, but like it says here, Turtleboy offered to end it all. Like I said, I told her this in the messages. I offered to end this a long time ago. Your mother is the reason this is continuing. I offered to tap out years ago, months ago. I took the blogs down about your mother. That included stuff about you. She doesn't want them down. She's obsessed with me. Yeah, and maybe I do hope that there is someday hope for this child, that she'll wake up and realize it, and that she will reach out and we'll talk about this. Maybe she's too young right now to understand it, but that might happen someday. We'll see.
Okay, thank you all. This hearing is over. So
there we go. That was the fun part.
Testimony. So the First Amendment protects all kinds of nasty, unwanted.
As soon as I heard First Amendment, I knew we were good.
Everything I've heard is in large part protected by the First Amendment.
Thank you. Victory.
I'm not going to go through it and say this is reasonable and that's acceptable and that's uncalled for. I don't need to. It's almost all protected by the First Amendment. Very few limits on the First Amendment. One of them is a civil action for invasion of privacy or negligent or reckless infliction of emotional distress. So that's a vehicle you can use to try to get redress if you feel your rights have been violated. There are tough cases, or defamation, libel. They're tough cases to make because the First Amendment is so pervasive. But the harassment prevention order, shortly after it was passed, was challenged on First Amendment grounds. And the SJC, I think the case was O'Brien, ruled that we're going to interpret harassment to the following things: an assault, a threatened assault, damage to personal property, malicious damage to property, and fighting words.
Here it is.
Probably the closest to fighting words I have heard in this hearing were uttered by the plaintiff.
Boom.
Putative plaintiff. Not the defendant. So
Boom.
This isn't even close.
Yes.
This order expires today at 4:00. Good luck to you all.
This
Thank you very much,
isn't
You're welcome.
even close. I have never, ever heard a judge say that. And I've been in courtrooms
Care
a
to be
lot.
heard.
I have never once heard a judge say the words, this isn't even close. I wonder if he's embarrassed and ashamed that he granted that temporary protection order. I hope he feels like a chump for doing that. And I hope he'll be more careful next time about, ranting lunatics coming into his courtroom talking about nonsense without any sort of evidence. I could understand if I was an ex-boyfriend or something, somebody who's in your immediate life who you need protection from and you want to be on the safe side. But a 41-year-old man from Holden, Massachusetts, who has never met this person in real life, probably don't just hand out TROs like that because they're supposed to be a big deal. So what was her reaction? Dude, her face the whole time in court was just anger. Like when she came over and she handed those documents, she doesn't breathe. Okay. Like you heard her when she talks, you have to breathe, Kate. You need to work on your breathing. You're so fucking tense and you just come across as a psychopath. I know you think you sound smart. You sound scholarly. And what's up to Jim Walbert? Someday I'm going to get Jim Walbert up here to just talk about it. Jim Walbert used to be like a regular on the Masshole Report, whatever. And now one day he woke up and he saw the light. And there's more and more people like him. And I think there's going to be more people coming forward after this. Because guess what? All these people in the Discord telling Kate, stop. I got news for you guys. She's not going to stop. Like, do you think this meant anything to her yesterday? Do you think she learned like a lesson out of this? Do you think she's at all regretful about the humiliation that she put not only herself through, but her daughter through? Her daughter was the one that took the brunt of that beating yesterday. Humiliating. And so she was all tense. And so I sit down and I walk back and I see, while as I'm walking back, Brian Riccio and Bret are sitting there in the loser's corner. I winked at them and I blew them both a kiss. How do you like them apples, baby? Undefeated streak continues. And we sat down and the court officer comes over and he's like, we're going to let them go first. Because here's what happened with Bret. Bret's all running his mouth like a retard. He's got nothing to back it up, of course. And so I get there, and it's not about Bret. He thought it was about him. And yeah, I've said on my thing, I'm like, I would kick his ass because I would kick his ass. I'm not going to kick your ass in the courtroom, moron. I'm there to beat a harassment prevention order. I'm not stupid. I'm not falling for your bullshit. And so he shows up there, and he sees me in the hallway, and he's like, still got that tough guy energy? Still going to back up what you say? I'm like, yep. I'm just like, yeah. He goes, meet me outside afterwards. I go, yep. That's all I said. And I walked into the courtroom and he's like, fucking red meat. See him in the hallway. And he runs away from me. Fucking runs away from me. Red meat does. And he ran into the courtroom. And it was like 10 more minutes. It's like, yeah, that's what you do in courts. You don't loiter in the hallway and get into pissing matches with degenerates who reek of Marlboro Lights. You go in the courtroom and you prepare for court. That's what you do. One of us came dressed for court. The other one can't afford to come dressed for court. Or maybe that's how you do come dressed to court. I don't know. But I'd also like to point out, like, check out this one. So this is like, I didn't show this before because, you know, I had the hearing coming up and I wanted to play it on the safe side. But it's like, this was the message that I got. Like, this is evidence in court that we showed. Boom. Bitch ass. She calls twice. March 16th, 5:33. After she's been blocked. Boom. Evidence. How you like them apples? How about this too? Oh, and Bret keeps talking about, like, oh, you're a groomer. Why are you talking to a teenager? Interesting that you bring that up, Bret. Because look what I got here. Look what I got here. This was on Bret's. He did a 4-hour crying thing about me last night. It was hilarious. Adorable. Adorable. Let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. What's this? Ah, look who's in the comments of Bret's stream last night. Bret, my dude, why are you talking to 16-year-olds? Why you texting 16-year-olds? Look at these pedo papers. I got the pedo papers here, my dude. Why are you talking to a 16-year-old, right? I mean, you interact with a 16-year-old on the internet, you're a pedophile, right? I guess you're a pedophile now because there is a 16-year-old not being blocked. She's a subscriber. It says subscribers only. Why are you letting 16-year-olds? You don't have like an age limit on there? I don't have 16-year-olds on my here, Bret. I think everyone here is of age. Yeah. I can listen to him when he's crying about me. There's nothing I like listening to more than Bret cry about me and cope. I call it coping because he's sitting there pretending I'm not fucking bothered by this. And like, I know how he operates and know how he thinks because I know the real Bret. The real Bret's the guy that came on here crying 2 weeks ago. Kind of miss it. Kind of miss it. Honestly, kind of miss it. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm being charged. Okay, sure. You know
how he's raising his, but I can tell you right now, I do not burden mine with adult issues. They've had enough.
Made your kid come to court and testify to help you. That's what you did.
And you probably, most of you will never know that because I'm not fucking putting my kid up on the internet or, you know, introducing to strangers. But she's really smart and she's really perceptive and she's really understanding.
Yeah. Yeah. They're really perspective. Yeah. You don't talk about your kids ever at all. I don't know where I would get information like that from. So that's interesting stuff. So yeah, they walked out of the courtroom and it was just it was like watching like the Beatles cross, was that Abbey Road? Like the four of them march out in front of us. And Bret looks at me with this like grilling face, blew him a kiss. See you later, tough guy. See you later, tough guy. So when he confronted me in the hallway, I'm like, okay, I'm going to the courtroom. I didn't speak to any court officers. Didn't talk to anyone. I just went and sat my ass down. And because I got court to prepare for. I don't have time for this bullshit. Bret comes in. And then the court officer comes over to me. He goes, I talked to him. I saw him confront you out there. And I told him if he does it again, he's out. I'm like, oh, okay. You didn't have to do that, but thanks. So Bret, of course, is just repeating a complete lie that he'll never be able to back up because Bret cannot back up anything he says. You have to just assume that everything Bret says is a lie. Because it is. He can't back up anything. He's in fucking freak out mode right now because he knows I'm exposing his ass. Not that he matters that much, but I'm exposing his ass as the liar and the fool that he is. Mr. I'm a fucking tough guy. If you're so tough and you want to beat someone up, you wouldn't fucking come and find him in court. And Bret, I posted the text messages on our shall we go to the community tab on the Turtleboy community tab. Shall we check this out? How about we do that? Why don't we look at this evidence, Bret? Mr. Tough Guy. Let's check out the Turtleboy community tab. Here's a text message to Bret. It says, yesterday I go, hey, sorry we couldn't hang out. Want to meet up for a beer? So that's me being like, yo, because I called him too. He didn't answer. Why you dodging me, man? Then he gets back home safe to Maine, takes the bus back or whatever, or makes poor Ralph drive him up there. And then he's running his, cock kisser up there. And I'm texting like, let's meet up. Ignores me because you're scared, Bret. Oh, he won't go out to a bar in Worcester on the live stream home. I'm like, any bar in Worcester, the most ghetto place you want to go. Me and you, let's go right now. Doesn't take up my offer because he's all talk. I have exposed that loser and that fool as a talker. He's not about that life. He had a chance yesterday to meet up with me wherever he wanted, and I would have gone there. And he didn't do it. He did not do it. He's a coward. Yeah, new to the channel. Bret, how do you like them? People don't even know who the fuck you are, son. Bret was a once a week kind of, I wouldn't even say a co-host, I guess. It was just like a guy to bounce shit off of once in a while. He said outrageous shit to please me. And I threw him $50 a week. He's unemployed, so I felt bad. He's got no money or future or anything. And yeah, I mean, I'll meet you at Breen's. I love Breen's. Everybody likes the burgers at Breen's. Wherever you, I mean, Breen's is in one of the worst neighborhoods. Let's go to Breen's. How about that? Let's go to Breen's. Let's do it. Everybody loves the food at Breen's. Hot topic on the Worcester Eats Facebook group. Okay. But, yeah. So I got a bunch. You guys want to see how Kate reacted to this in Discord? Because it is fucking everything you imagined it would be and more. So, and I got a bunch of stuff here. Let me bring up the disc. Okay. This is as bad as you get. All right. So it's, I don't know if these are in order. So Kate is Linda in here. So this is what she says after court. He never stopped. He won't. I can't control it. It's easy to ignore when my kid's not crying. Why are you still talking about your kid? Your kid's obviously not crying, Kate. We all heard her in court. She's not crying. She's not sympathetic. She's not the victim that you are making her out to believe. No one is buying that anymore. You got to stop. Okay? You've been exposed. What else? And so I think this is Paige B, who was one of the rare people in there who was like challenging her. Seems you all have the proof of this, that they were unable to provide in court. You should have been there. And there's Curtis Trombori says, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So what else do we got here? This poor moron, whatever his name is, Lieutenant McNulty's, whatever. I seriously cannot wrap my head around how a grown man can lose touch with his humanity to the point he's willing to exploit a 16-year-old girl who has nothing to do with anything. Then I'm not exploiting the 16-year-old. You can't even argue with people these stupid. You can't even argue it. I'm not exploiting anyone. Not even exploiting anyone. She is. What's this one? Who promised that? I wasn't around for. Where's the film of him? Oh, so this is, they're mad at Bret. So I get bullied. That's Curtis Trombori. And he's like, they were pissed. A lot of them were pissed that Bret was there because these people are loyal to Kate and they've heard all the things that Bret has said about Kate's kid. And I'm sure it's hard for them to understand, like, what, we're supposed to be cool with this guy now after everything he said about his kid. And this guy's, and so Bret came there to confront me, right? And he goes, where's the film of him confronting Turtleboy that was promised? Or is that coming? No, there's no film. He never confronted me. It's like, you didn't do shit. I wasn't around for any of that. Turtleboy showed up with two inbred looking Megan's Law candidates. I don't even know what that means. We're too stupid to navigate a bench. Don't know what that means. So I wanted my kid out of there. Oh yeah, we're very dangerous. Did she testify and explain what happened? Right now, only they're like, go live, Kate, and she wouldn't go live. Oh, there's Shannon, who didn't show up. Hey, Shannon, where you at? Why didn't you show up for court? Let me see here. I want to find the Kate comments. Look for the red ones. Okay, here it is. My side is this. So this is Kate. This is her reaction to losing in court yesterday. It has been decided that spreading disgusting rumors about minors is protected by the First Amendment. Well, it is protected by the First Amendment, and they're not rumors, they're facts. So there's that. And I have taken that under advisement, as have my anonymous sources. You see what she's saying there? She's basically like, I'm going to say that Aidan's kids diddled each other. That's what she's saying there. Now that I know that it's okay, that's what she's saying there. I'm going to do the same thing. Except you won't be able to provide DCF reports like I did. Okay. And she accuses that account of being me, of course, because everything is me in her head. So pretend Portnoy got away with using a burner phone. I didn't. You're stupid. Is parading around claiming a victory. Not claiming a victory. I got a victory. I got a victory. And by the way, you know who else can't mention Page B? Bret Killering, because she has a 2-year restraining order on his ass. You didn't do so well in that court case, did you, Bret? Yikes. That didn't go well. That account isn't pretending to be a woman, though. Okay, go. So Shannon has thoughts. I mean, this is Nima from the comments on YouTube, who, by the way, if you just look at this woman, she just looks like the last, like I zoomed in on this chick's face. She looks like the kind of chick that a lot of people would settle for at last call at the Casbar on Route 20. Like, that's what I imagine being there. You know, you've been drinking all night. You live close by in Millbury in a trailer, and this will do. Like, that's what she looks like. That's exactly what I imagine your average Peter eater to be. So yeah, her daughter is a failure because she worked. Oh, this is old, I think. What else do we got? I'm just looking for the Kate's comments. How about this one? That judge made a terrible decision. Oh yeah, you know you're way smarter than Judge, Mr. Fake account there, whoever you are, simping for Kate. You're way smarter. Vindictively aired private correspondence between him and his victim. You're allowed to air correspondence between another person who messages you. And she's not a victim. The court ruled today that she's not a victim. So you guys stop calling it that. He publicly aired where she works. No, I didn't. The judge did. The judge aired where she worked in court. I didn't air shit. Her name, the name of her school, the judge did all this. And Kate did all this. I didn't do that. Directly addressed her during the live stream. Nope, didn't do that. Called her several times. Never did that. I mean, these people are so fucking stupid. Like, so stupid. Page B roasts her. Let's see what Page B says. Well, unlike you, Linda, I don't think it's okay to go on, Kate. I don't think it's okay to go around talking about people's kids. I don't think it's okay when Aidan does it. And I don't think it's okay when you and your daughter do it either. My hope is that you can drop it and move on. It will fizzle out. And I think will actually create the intended effect of protecting your 16-year-old kid. God bless you, Page B. This is the most rational, good advice I've ever heard. Just move on and he'll go away. That's it. Just stop fucking with my life and we'll all move on. I promise. I promise. But what does Kate say? When have I done it? Aidan himself at least. Oh, so it's like, it's not me, it's him. She doesn't want this to end. She doesn't give a fuck. I saw a post where you were sharing his kids' pictures, I think, at Disney or something. You did. You shared a picture on Discord of my son with Belle from Beauty and the Beast at Disney World. He was 1.5, and you shared that for some reason. Oh, she has an explanation for that. Don't worry. Let's see. Or how about this one? She goes, the context was he went to Disney and hid it because he was e-begging his father. So it's okay to share pictures of my 1-year-old son at Disney World because I didn't announce to people. I was hiding the fact that we went to Disney World. You got that? It's okay to share pictures of a 1-year-old on your social media pages because you feel that I have an obligation and a duty to tell all of you people where I'm taking my kids on vacation. That's okay in her mind. It doesn't count as bringing kids into it if you're trying to prove a point or some shit. I don't know what point you're trying to make. He accused me of being the one who told people. I wasn't. He claimed no one could have known, but he posted the pic public of it. Nope. All untrue. I sent that to you, Kate. Dumbass. Oh. Okay, I did see that, yes, and then saw Kate sharing what her daughter had posted with the disgusting things about Aidan's kids and pictures. Exactly. God bless Page B. Who, by the way, like, she's not Team Turtleboy. I don't talk to Page B. So this is like a person who's uninvolved in any of this. She just doesn't like Bret. But her and I don't team up or shit. And then this is what she goes, Page B said, I saw the things that Kate's daughter was saying to Aidan about his kids. And what does Kate say? He deserved every second of it. There it is. There she is once again justifying the nasty, filthy, disgusting things that her daughter said about my children. That in court horrified everyone. She learned nothing from this. Absolutely nothing. Okay? Absolutely nothing. And she goes, the things that a daughter wrote, it wasn't out of the blue or unprovoked. You're an adult. She's a kid. But you're an arbiter of what he deserves. What I feel he deserves is beyond a Discord conversation. Okay. I hope it doesn't happen to your kids. They won't be. They have enough on their plates, as have mine. Yeah, bring up someone else's kids, Kate. I don't want to continue to talk about this. I know that emotions are high, blah, blah, blah. What does Kate say? He won't be ignored. I just want to point that the last time Kate spoke about Aidan on YouTube was on New Year's when she went around the city of Boston asking people about, do you know Turtleboy? And it blew up in her face because most people did. That's, yeah. Besides that, totally didn't. This is what Kate says to Page B. You're doing fine, and I don't use your issues against you like that, nor do I co-sign anyone else doing it. Your drinking is what you have to live with, no one else. Like, the little shots at her. Her drinking, you're a raging alcoholic, Kate. You're drunk all the time. And then this mental midget, shut the fuck up, you pedo groomer apologist. That's what you get for being, like, you know, normal. You get called a pedo groomer apologist. Says, has she ever named them? Yes, she has. She has. Has she ever put their pics? Yes, she has. Has she ever put out the fake records of them? No, because there are no records of them. I've never met anyone from DCF before. DCF has no involvement in my life, and they ever will. And I didn't put out fake documents because Kate said they were real, moron. Listen to the fucking tape, you fucking retard, whoever you are. Like, imagine that. Like, they're just too stupid. Too stupid. Go listen to the tape. Page B is retarded. Okay. That's what you get for being rational over there. Anything else worth reading here? Cunty de Castro. Krusty de Castro. Like, these people, just, I mean, it's hard to watch them cope with a loss like this. There's a lot of coping going on. You know? What did Page B say here? I'm sure I'll get kicked out for this, but here it goes. It's not that the judge decided that harassing 16-year-olds at school. It's that the judge listened to all the evidence and decided that, in fact, the 16-year-old was not being harassed. In fact, the opposite was true. Exactly. Exactly. Someone watched it. Here they are talking about Bret. They hate Bret over there. His lawyer won over a child, and he is so stupid as to see this as a gain. Yeah, I won. You wanted to get the order, and you failed. And it wasn't about the child. It was about Kate, dummy. He keeps saying the same shit. And somebody goes, whose brilliant idea was it to have Bret show up? They're all blaming each other. Why the fuck is Bret there? He was paid by Turtleboy to say horrendous shit. That's the line they're going with. Okay. Okay. And then Kate, this is Kate's first comment. Wrong. So somebody pointed out that the CPS, Kate admitted that the CPS documents were real in court. We all heard that, right? That the documents were real. Kate says wrong. The one spreading the vicious rumor about my minor children is not, and Aidan has no answer for that. You literally said they were real in court. You're just going to lie? You said it in fucking court, Kate. Okay. Then she says, I hope you don't mind. I'm sure your kids won't mind if I post their names, Page B. It doesn't fit the definition of it apparently does not fit the definition of harassment, as it's not a true threat, fighting words, or assault. Yeah, you should have known that going in. Yeah. She goes, just like how logical it is to bring your kid to court when your supposed goal was to protect her from more of this spotlight. Thank you. Like, you want to protect her from the spotlight, and you brought her to court? What? And you had her testify? Not even close. Not even close. Should we do it to your kids too? Or Aidan? No, you shouldn't do it to anyone. No one's kids should go to court. I knew she had to. As the judge explained, the standard is the same, even though she's minor. Yeah. You don't just get, they really thought this whole, like, I can just call it a minor child. And then everyone's like, whoa, minor child. Fuck First Amendment rights. Those don't exist. It's a minor child. She's so used to YouTube world where that carries weight, where that means something. Show me where I publicized this court thing. Put out the date. Ask people to go. Any of it. I didn't. I followed the recommendation of her therapist. Why are you talking about her therapist? Her school. Her school recommended this, Kate? Her school did not recommend you bring her into court, skip a day of school, and testify about your flame war with Turtleboy. They did not do that. God, you're stupid. No one believes that. Then she says to Page B, I'm not sure if you're being intentionally obtuse or if you're already drinking. Oh, yeah. I mean, the shots at these people, like, you're better than Page B. The meaning flew over your head. You're not as smart as her, Page. Get it together. Page says, you knew this would come out and the audio will be played. Yes, it will. And that wasn't enough of a deterrent for you to just leave it alone. Your ego wouldn't let you. God bless Page B. Was not what I wanted at all, but you knew it was going to happen. So because Aidan does that shit, somehow my fault. I didn't do that. You gave us no choice. That's how we're going to defend ourselves, with the truth. Aidan and his followers are calling you a bad mother. Yeah, you're a horrible mother. I followed the recommendation I was given. You could contact YouTube to try to get the blogs taken down. You're right. There was a million other things you could have done besides going to court. Unlike you, I don't think it's okay to go around talking about people's. Okay, should we ever seen that one? What else do we have here? I find it strange, all of the celebration over the right to terrorize a kid. Kate, no one wants to terrorize your kid. What we're celebrating here is my right to free speech. Okay. And my right in defeating you more than anything. I defeated you, not her. Like, great. I didn't make a Twitter account impersonating my ex to post. Why are you talking about the fact that Krusty Yakimovsky has started a revenge porn channel of Leah Genduso? That account was created by Christina Yakimovsky, obviously, because I sent her those videos. And she hates Leah. So now she's burning Leah. And Chrissy's unstable. One day she's on your team. The next day she's making Twitter accounts with your jerk off videos. And, you getting cum on your face. Like, that's what you do. At Leah Genduso OF. Just saying. Like, why is she so, protective of Leah, too? It's bizarre. LG literally said she made it so bad for him that he was ready to hang himself. Yeah, Leah's a real victim, too. Like, unbelievable. Imagine saying that. Leah's you couldn't pick less sympathetic victims. Are we admitting it's his account? We know he's running it from his burner phone. You don't know anything, Kate. I'm telling you. Chrissy did it. Hashtag Chrissy did it. She'll screw you over too. Who posted the jerk off video? And she goes, not LG. Yeah, it was technically you. Because Krusty Yakimovsky messaged Kate pretending to be the mother of my children to see if Kate would send her the jerk off video. And she did. But how did Kate get the video? Only LG had it. So obviously LG had to send it to Kate. Kate had to send it to Krusty. And there it is. Not LG. Yeah, it was you. But you got it from her. He's actively stalking her. She never stops talking about him. I know. Can you blame her? Can you blame her? Is that lady? You mean Turtleboy's cum dumpster? That's not a nice thing to say about Leah. Kurt Trombori, she's more than just a cum dumpster. She's also a chew toy. Okay? Dogs like the taste of her, clearly. So be nice to her, okay? And she's not a cum dumpster. She's an amateur porn star, sir. Please stop saying that. Please stop saying that. What else we got here? Anything? Page B is retarded. Okay, right. Sure they are. Okay, this is stupid. What else? Anything good here? Okay, I'm just looking for the Kate shit. I mean, it's just, what's this one say? Oh, this is great. I loved this one. Listen, dude, she went full Riccio. Never go full Riccio. She goes, talking about Team Storm. Paige made fun of Team Storm. And then she goes, they took down his PayPal, Facebook page, and exposed him faking evidence for court by threatening his kids. So she's saying that Team Storm actually was effective because they took down my PayPal. No, they didn't take down my PayPal. I've been banned from PayPal for 3 years. 3 years, Kate. And I didn't miss a beat. I just found this thing called Cash App. It's like the hood booger version of PayPal. It's great. It's actually much more convenient. I love Cash App. Highly recommend. So that worked out well. His Facebook page, yeah, I've lost over 50 of them, and it certainly ain't Team Storm's doing. Like, there's a guy named Kevin Lynch. You don't even remotely come close to touching Kevin Lynch, sir, or Didi Delgado. The amateur porn star is Leah Genduso. Leah Genduso, former state trooper. Google her. Faking evidence for court by threatening his kids. What are you talking about? Tinfoil hat shit there. How did that work out? Did I ever get in trouble for any of that stuff? No, so it never happened. Suspended his Twitter for a week. I got suspended from Twitter for a week because I called some tranny a tranny. That's why I got called. Team Storm didn't do that. The transgender mafia did. And started Google on an investigation into his AdSense. Oh my God, there's an investigation. Picture Google's just sitting there. They have a team of investigators, guys. What are we going to do about this? We just got alerted by Team Storm about Turtleboy saying things on his website that we need to drop everything and do a full investigation of this. Oh my God. So I think Team Storm is busy. Oh, she'll never learn. I don't know what the latest project is, but I'm sure it'll be sufficiently annoying. Oh, totally. I'm so scared of Team Storm. Team Storm. Okay. Anything else here? How about this? God bless Page B. Months of silence? Wasn't Kate harassing a woman because of her involvement with Turtleboy? Sharing her nudes? Saying she wasn't going to take down posts she shared or made about the woman? It admitted the only reason she was doing that to this lady was because she had a relationship with Turtleboy. Kate goes, no, all of that's true. All of that's true, Kate. All of it. All of it's true. Speaking of nudes, what? Okay. I saw Turtle Bitch gloat for 3 seconds of it. That's all I could tolerate. Yeah, I know. It's hard. It's hard to watch the winning team celebrate. I know what it's like. Sometimes you just got to walk off the court. I get it. You got to be like Caitlin Clark. Just ignore it. So I guess she posted some type of thing here, and then she deleted it. I don't know what's going on with that. Page B, if you got that. I know we don't talk, but feel free to email it to me. Oh, I deleted it. No need to send it to him, darling. He will be notified eventually. Stalking is kind of a big deal. So she's suggesting that there are new investigations into me. There's always a new one. There's always a new one. Always. Yeah. Mass General Law. Okay. She has an email from a detective. So I guess she posted an email from a detective that she later deleted showing that there's a criminal investigation and a subpoena. I thought it was search warrant. Someone's getting charged with criminal harassment and stalking. When that comes back and it's not me, she's still with this. I love you, Aidan, but if you were proven wrong over and over again, I wouldn't stick around. Exactly. It would be embarrassing. It would be embarrassing. What did she say there? We should, like, unbelievable. She's still going on this whole thing about I'm going to be charged and blah, blah, blah. Okay, sure I am, Kate. Anything else here? The one that got a harassment order against Kate. Yeah, then the violation hearing subsequent. Then she goes, the order that is on her from Lauren Murray, she says, you read the facts on that one? It's less than what Aidan has done to my kid. No, it's not, Kate. I didn't post naked pictures of your kid. You posted naked pictures of an innocent woman who has nothing to do with you. Yeah. So there's that. We also, let's see, anybody have anything let's see what this, time to gloat a little bit. All the people who thought I was going to lose this. Let's see what they had to say. Because I went on Bret's panel. I went to a local speakeasy, okay, and there was a little live. Bret was live, and so I jumped on his live because again we were buddies then. This is back when we were friends a week ago, and I went on there, and he hides behind these two retards, Tonic and Andrew. And dude, I'll play some of the clips from this. It was hilarious. I just muted them. I guess we were all talking at the same time. I just muted them. Highly recommended. Don't listen to anything these retards say. Just talk over them because they're retarded, and just don't even listen to anything. Just talk over them. And I asked the audience, I go, who's going to win in court? Okay. So Leon Buckley, oh, poor Leon Cuckley, says, not you, Aidan. And by the way, Rashana did a live stream today about crying. Oh, I was abused as a kid and blah, blah, blah. My brother committed suicide and I wasn't allowed to the funeral because my evil stepmother doesn't let me that. Bitch, no one likes you. No one feels sorry for you. Nobody gives a fuck about your problems. We all got issues. You chose to be, I mean, these people, they choose to become involved in this shit and start flame wars. And the second it comes back to them, they're like, oh my God, I was abused. Feel bad for me. She gets on there. And remember, I announced to the world, I pointed out that she cheated on Leon with some fucking guy in Connecticut. So she attempted to justify it by going, and I'm married to an alcoholic, and I've been trying to get him help for years. Like, she shit all over Leon. She called him an alcoholic and basically was like making excuses for why she cheated. Yeah. Rashawn is just some retard part of Team Storm. Like, is what it is. I blogged about her a couple times. So all these people, Michelle says the child's going to win. Ajot says the child's going to win. Leon, wrong. Next. Who's next? What's this one? Oh. Boss bitch. That's Rashana. The child's going to win. Brian King. They all thought the child will win. The child will win. Nope. Wrong. Didn't win. What else we got up here? Oh, I love that's the Sarah Gannon comment. I thought was funny. What this guy goes, what grown man makes a jerk off video? Welcome to 2023, my dude. It's kind of how the courtship works now. But I understand, you know who makes jerk off videos, Leon? The guy who fucked your wife. I guarantee he sent her jerk off videos. I will guarantee the brave man that plowed your obese wife back when she, before she magically lost all that weight. We'll see. And let's see. Buck you says, you cocky cunt. You will learn eventually. No, Leon, you will learn eventually. Aidan, he says, will lose on April 3rd. Nope. I won. And here's Taco, the fat guy. He goes, because I pointed out that I thought Zachary Martin was a virgin, but as it turns out, you're technically not a virgin if you raped someone. He's sexually assaulted multiple girls. They've accused him of this. His name's Zachary Martin. He goes by Tonic on YouTube. He's a sexual predator. Multiple women have reached out and confirmed that he, they said no, and he just went with it anyway. And so I pointed out, I'm like, I guess he's not a virgin, but Taco announces that he is a virgin by choice, he says. If you've seen a picture of Taco, he's about 500 pounds. It's not a choice if you're 500 pounds, sir. Okay, what's wrong with being a virgin? Nothing. I'm just going to bust your balls over it. So all these people said the child's going to win. Okay, the child's going to win. Okay, Adam with the fancy Adam there, guy, the cursive old turtle rider there. The child will win. Maddie LSM, the child will win. Wrong. What do we got here? Kate's kid is going to win. The child will win. And you know who doesn't talk? And I got to, like, Diane never chimed. I don't know if Bret notices this. When you talk about me, dude, like people like Carrie Benoit and Diane, like they never comment. They never shit talk me. And I do appreciate that. Because, like, know your audience, dude. Like, nobody has any interest in this. Just stick with they're there to hear about Connie. Just talk about Connie. I'm way out of your league. I'm going to embarrass you. Like, people are uncomfortable with that. You know what I mean? They're uncomfortable with it. They don't want to hear you talk about that. You guys want to listen to some clips? Let's listen to some clips to end the night. And then we'll do some Q&A here. It's a long fucking show. Okay. Audio. Let me check the donos. We got a dono here from Regina. Says, no lives matter. I hate you all equally. Probably should wear better clothes in a courthouse, Bretsky. Regina was there too. Bret's like, we're only a bunch of fucking crusty old dudes. There's a woman there too. We had a woman. Just point that out. Okay, let's play. Do we have the right audio on here? I think I have to take these out.
And I'll explain why, right? Today, you taught me that I never have to care about another fucking word that falls out of, and here's a classic, your overfucked mouth.
He's so mad
right.
about court. So he said he's never going to have to worry about another word that comes out of my mouth. He'll be talking about me tomorrow. He'll be responding to this. Like, dude, nobody actually believes that. Of course you're going to worry about things I say. There's no fucking way you can stop. You can't. You're addicted to it, just like Kate. What do we got here?
Vexed by the fact that here's two big Turtleboy supporters willing to take a Monday off. Oh, wait, you probably don't work.
Imagine.
Willing to take a Monday off and go to Attleboro District.
Oh, man, you probably don't work. Bret, you haven't had a job in decades. Imagine being Bret and making fun of anyone else for allegedly being unemployed. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, this is about Bob C. So Bob C was there too.
You?
Listen to this.
And he goes, "Oh, Bob." And I said, "Oh, Bob C?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, another faggot that don't like me and talk shit, right?"
Is that true, Bob?
Literally puts his hands.
Did he call you a faggot that talks shit? I doubt it.
Like a unarmed don't shoot pose. Go, dude, bro. I just turn and walk away from him. I have a witness to this.
Oh, really?
Not confrontation, because there's someone that runs their fucking dick like a online, but ain't about that. And again, I'll point out, I was told to pull up.
So wrong, Bret. You didn't do any of that. None of that happened. This is all this guy does. This is how he coped with the biggest fucking L he took. He was embarrassed. And by the way, guys, so when I got home, I thought I fucking got video of Bret going at it with the fucking court officer. I get home, and it's one of those times where, like, this is the audio. This is what I have. Watch this. I thought I was sitting there for like 30 seconds. Oh, crap. It happened again. Hold on. All right, wrong camera. There we go. Wait, why is there no fucking green screen? Whatever. Let's go with this. Okay. Genetti? Let's switch to Genetti. Okay. So I started recording for 30 seconds, and then we left. And when I thought I turned it off, I was actually turning it on. So I was sitting there. You ever do that when shit happens real fast and you don't really make sure you hit that fucking button? So I'm sitting there recording shit, and then we leave, and I think I'm turning it off, but I'm really turning it on. Does that make sense? I was so pissed because it was fucking awesome. It was hilarious. Oh, I wish I had that, man. It was great. It was golden. My arm. What else we got here? A couple more clips.
Yeah.
What was that? So Tonic can answer you.
Yeah, Kate's kid's gonna win because you harassed a minor.
Okay, so Tonic is on record saying I'm gonna lose. Tonic is on record. We'll see what happens. So all three of you on record. That's fine.
Hold on. Go and put the phone to your ear again. Put the phone to your ear again.
Andrew Brain thinks I'm gonna lose, and Zach Martin thinks I'm gonna lose. Y'all think I'm gonna lose.
Put the phone to your ear again.
I just want.
See, I'm just ignoring. They were on mute. I go. All I want to know is who's gonna win. I want to get you all on record. Who's going to win in court? Let's find out. What's this one?
Well, no, Kate's kid's going to win. Kate's kid. Okay, you want an answer? Kate's kid's going to win.
Kate's kid's going to win.
You're talking to a kid.
He's answering you now, shithead.
All I fucking do is win.
Oh my God, dude.
Except again.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it. Why does this keep happening? Sorry. Oh, okay. Whatever. Let's keep it on the blue screen. Fuck it. All right. What else do we got here?
I said your mother when I popped my load in her mouth.
Who's going to win on April 3rd? Who's going to win
The
on
child.
April 3rd? Answer the question.
Brett says the child.
You won't do it.
I just did.
Maybe the audience. What'd you say?
I think the kid's going to win, and you're
Okay,
going to
so
get a court order
you
on
think
it.
I'm going to lose. So that's him on record. What are you?
You're harassing a
Who's going to win
child.
April 3rd? Who's going to win?
You're harassing a child, dude.
Who's going to win on April 3rd? Answer the question. Who's going to win?
You're harassing a
I
child.
told you, your mother when I popped my load in her mouth.
You can't say it. You can't say it because you know
You're
I'm
gonna
be
go to
busy.
prison.
I'm
You're probably gonna go to jail or prison.
They're getting
you're
so
gonna become
mad.
someone's bitch, or they're gonna take your house.
He's
I
already
can't
someone's
even hear
bitch.
you, dude. Come on, you're weak.
They were getting so mad because I wasn't listening to a fucking word they were saying, and neither should anyone else. That's what you should do with these people. Just never listen to anything they're saying and talk over them because everything they say is retarded.
I popped my load in her mouth.
Who's going to win on April 3rd? Who's going to win
The
on
child.
April 3rd?
The child. Oh yeah, sure it is. The child's gonna win. Oh right. What else we got?
And this is a chance for me to stand up,
well, listen to this.
take responsibility for my part and shit.
This is Bret before he's going into court the night before. It's like this real solemn moment. Why are you going to court, Bret? It's a chance for me to stand up. What are you gonna do in court, Bret? Why are you going to court?
And this is a chance for me to stand up, take responsibility for my part and shit, and try to make it right.
Gonna make it right.
No one else has to see it that way.
Responsibility.
I do.
Yep, I do.
And not for nothing, but my wife telling me tonight before she went to bed, she gave me an extra kiss.
What? Hold on.
She knows,
Hold on. I guess. Okay, I can be quiet. I'm gonna wake the kids up. Dude, his wife gave him an extra. This is a big day in the Killerin household. This is a big fucking day, guys. Bret goes to court in Attleboro for something that has nothing to fucking do with him. Literally nothing. He's not a witness. He imagined himself going into this courtroom, sitting up at the stand, taking his oath. And Your Honor, I'm a changed man. I used to say that kids stuck digits in each other, but I was only doing it because I was a paid slave. Mr. Kearney made me say things, and because I will say, if you throw $50 at me, I will pretty much say anything you tell me to, Your Honor, because I'm bought and paid for. I'm a literal fucking slave. That's what you are now. He's a slave Bret. Slave Bret. You're a slave. That's all you are. You're a fucking slave. You're a bootleg Spartacus, because they had white slaves too in Europe and shit. So you're a white slave. You're my Spartacus. That's what you are. Okay, dance for me, Spartacus. And I put things in the machine. Okay, I gotta listen to this one more time. This is the most gratifying clip I've ever fucking heard. One more time.
And this is a chance for me to stand up, take responsibility for my part and shit, and try to make it right.
Make it right.
No one else has to see it that way. I do.
Oh yeah.
And not for nothing, but my wife telling me tonight before she went to bed, she gave me an extra kiss.
Extra kiss.
And she told me she's proud of me.
Oh, he's proud of me. Your wife is proud of me. Oh, did she really say that? Oh, imagine me. I'm proud of you for going to court, Bret, and tagging along with a child abuser and trying to assist her in getting some bogus order against the guy who used to pay half of our rent money every month. That guy. I'm so proud of you, Bret. You make me so proud. I usually give you one kiss. I'm going to give you two. Extra kiss, Bret. God, can you imagine what it smells like between the two of them and their breaths? Oh.
Because she knows, A, how much I hate traveling.
Oh.
Fucking despise it. B, only one of the few things I hate more than traveling is spending the night away from home.
Oh, yeah.
I despise that shit.
Despise that shit.
Okay?
I like to be with my
These
wife.
are all things, like, it's known I hate.
Known I hate. I hate it. I hate being.
I hate peopling, too.
Like a child.
That's top of the list. Peopling, ick. Ew.
Ew. Ew. Oh, this is too satisfying. I could listen to these clips all night. Here's another one.
Kate's kid's gonna win. Kate's kid. Okay, you want to answer? Kate's kid's gonna win because you're talking to a kid.
He's answering you now, shithead.
They're so mad.
Oh my God, dude.
Except against Bret.
Oh, they were getting so mad. Highly recommend. Just never just talking over them. You could feel the frustration in their voice. It just made me want to do it more. And I'm gonna keep doing it. So, yeah, this just what a time, huh? What a fucking absolute victory this was. And yeah, I mean, I have nothing. The only interest I have in these goons now is covering Kate's ongoing criminal matter with a woman named Lauren Murray.
It gets to me, son.
Oh, this is another clip I'm going to use a lot. Check this one out. Oh, I'm going to use this one a lot. This is a good one. Listen to this.
Gets to me, son.
Gets to me, son.
Because that's all it is. A joke.
You're a joke, yes.
I don't know. This nigga gets to me, son.
He goes, this trigger gets to me, son. It gets to me. I know I do, Bret. I know I get to you. I get to you a lot. And you're never, ever you're never gonna live this down, dude. You're never gonna live down the time that you were feet away from me and you intentionally caused the scene knowing it would get court officers involved because you ain't about that life. You're not tough. You play this tough guy character on YouTube, but at the end of the day, a 5'8" 3/4, 170-pound man who runs this cock kisser was right in front of you, and you did nothing. And then I beat you and I blew you a kiss to top it all off. That's it. And then you had to go home and get a ride home to Maine from a child abuser, but at least you got an extra kiss from your wife. I don't know anyone that would want that, but good for you anyway. Good for you for being my slave.
You just looked at the floor, faggot.
Oh, listen to how mad he is.
That's what you did.
You looked at the floor.
All of y'all.
All of you. He's
talk,
so mad.
Mouth.
Oh, he's so mad.
Everyone wanted to talk about pull up until a motherfucker do.
What?
It's so weird. Like
Real talk.
Real talk.
Aidan, you've been saying about how you're gonna beat me up, son. I was there today. Did you beat me up? No.
No, the court
Therefore,
officers.
everything you said was a fucking lie.
Yeah, because the court officers.
No. 1 + 1 = 2, faggot.
Right. Everything I hear in this clip.
So mad.
It's
not
not
like,
even
yeah,
a
show
fucking...
up, Bret. Show up, Bret.
We're having so much fun over here. The settlement is fun. We have fun. That man is having so much fun. Let me tell you, that guy's having fun. Not me though. I'm so angry over here at Turtleboy. I'm so angry at the world. I'm not having any fun. The settlement has fun. They have jokes and games and shit, and we're gonna talk about Kearney for a while. Not Turtleboy. He doesn't have any fun. That guy doesn't know. Oh, dude, he's so mad. I love watching him struggle. It's so satisfying. Again, Bret, we were friends like a week ago. We should have just kept being friends. But you went with the child abuser. That was a bad choice. You'll never be the co-host again, but we'll give you back in the comments. Maybe it'd be awkward for a bit. But you went back to the child abuser. I bet you regret that. And you know what, Bret? I'll still take you back. You could still be my fan. How about you? I won't ask for any donos from you. I know times are tough, but you're welcome to be my fan. I just get that the settlement keeps pushing back their start time tonight because of this live. They're waiting for me to finish because they're going to do it. You can't get enough of me. I'm never going to talk about him again. Never. You're going to talk about me tonight. You know you are. You know you are. Because what the fuck else are you going to talk about, son? Because you're my slave. Slave Bret talks about what Turtleboy tells him to talk about. When I put the money in the machine, he talks about that.
Vexed.
What's this?
By the fact that here's two big Turtleboy supporters willing to take a Monday off. Oh, wait.
Oh, I
you
think
probably don't work.
Oh, wait, we already heard that one. Okay. All right. So I could listen to these clips all night. I've probably got more. I don't fucking know. But I think you guys get the point. What a absolute total victory. So, all right. Anyone have any questions or anything they want to ask? I don't want to miss any turtle chats here. Make sure we got any. Oh, we got a couple more turtle chats here. We got Will B says, "Yo, Turtle Boy, I came into all of this when Kate had 75 grand in viewer donated funds from people who believed in her plight. To see what a lying, miserable, disgusting person she actually is. Just wow. Keep doing real journalism, growing your brand on hard work and truth. Good shit, 100 emoji." Thanks, Will, my man. I appreciate that, sir. I'm going to do just that. Thank you. Stubaka sends $10 and says, "I love your work, Turtleboy." Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. I'm nothing without you people. Nothing without you fine people. Okay. Anybody else have any questions or anything? I'm going to go read the comments now. Anybody have any questions? Shiz is sitting in Bret's comments waiting for him to go live. Somebody ask Shiz over there. I'm genuinely curious. Ask Shannon LeBerry, dump truck. Please ask her, why didn't you come to court? You live 30 minutes from Attleboro and you don't have a job. And Kate is supposedly one of your good friends. You guys go on field trips to New York. I assume you share a hotel room. Yikes. I don't know, can't imagine what that smells like. But, what's going on with all that? Thank you, Carla. I appreciate it. But just ask her, why didn't you come to support Kate? Even Brian Riccio was there, who has no involvement in any of this and is literally there to troll before he dies. Here's a question for you. Let's take a poll. Who's going to die first? Genuine question. Who's going to die first? Bret Killeran or Brian Riccio? Vote 1 for Bret, 2 for Riccio. Who's going to die first? I say Riccio. I think Riccio is going to die first. They're neither will be alive in 5 years. The odds of either of them being alive in 5 years is small, but I mean, Riccio's literally begging for a kidney on Twitter. You ain't going to make it that long if you're doing that. Hey, Twitter, can I get a kidney? It's got no retweets. Don't think it's going to happen. Okay. Looks like most people are saying, actually, it's 50-50. I think more people are more familiar with Bret here than they are with Riccio. So that's going to be difficult. I honestly thought I might just start restreaming Bret. Whenever he's live, just to fuck with him a little bit, because it's fun to fuck with this guy. Just go live, because here's the thing. Bret talks all this shit about me. And I see him in my comments, and he wants to come on in a heartbeat. Whenever Bret wants to come on, we can battle it out. We can do that whenever he wants. But I show up in his shit in the comments, and I'm like, yo, send me a link. He won't do it. He hides behind Steph, another meth head deadbeat mother, who we got a blog coming on. We found out a lot about Steph. A lot about Steph. I've never written about Steph before, but that's going to change real soon, Steph. And the YouTube shit isn't even bad, Steph. Nobody cares about YouTube. You Google it, none of it's going to come up. Once you get blogged about, though, then it comes up forever. Background checks. Google is forever. You don't want that. But it's coming. It's coming. I'll give you a chance, Steph. Reach out to me privately, and we can have a candid conversation. None of your ASMR faggot friends, nothing like that. Just me and you. If you want to talk privately with me about this, about how we can avoid this from happening, give me a call. We could talk. But yet, trust me, they're going to be like, it's no big deal. Oh, it's not good. We got those guys. Ask the guys from the Good Project how that's working out for them. And I never even blogged about Bret because I don't have to, because, you can't do anything to Bret. Look at life, you're right. I've never blogged about Bret. I've never written a blog about him. I keep it to YouTube with him. But I did about Shannon LeBerry, and she can never show her face in polite society again. because Shannon's scared of me. Like, let's be honest. Shannon doesn't show up because she fears, the tough questions, me following him around. Ms. LeBerry, do you have any comments? Do you have any comments about your strange behavior online? Are you still running the Turtleboy Secrets account? Is the storm coming, Miss LeBerry? Is the storm coming? Let's see. I wrote a blog about the gun thing? I didn't know that. Okay. Who is the big mouth that thinks he's yelling insults the loudest, makes him the hardo in the room? Bret. Oh, no, I think that was Andrew Brain. Oh, I could write a blog about Andrew Brain. The incident that he got in Oklahoma with the meth and the children that he can't see. Yeah, not good. Maybe I'll write about that too. That's true. Shannon fucked the Irish Demon. Well, that was good for her. I mean, Irish Demon, even Lauren Laguna said she thought he was cute. He fucked. You could have had Lauren Laguna and you got a dump truck. Yikes. Not good. Irish Demon ran and hid from me after I exposed his ass. Done. I mean, how many of these motherfuckers do I got to bury in these YouTube streets? I buried Kate. Kate made me bury her kid. I didn't want to do that. She made me do that. I buried Bret. We're going to bury Steph. We buried fucking Zach Martin. I mean, how many losers are we going to bury? Bury. Anyone else? I'm clearly blind. No, I'm not okay after the Huskies won. I fucking hate UConn, man. I fucking hate them because I'm so jealous of them. Oh, I'm so jealous of UConn. I fucking hate UConn with a passion. And I don't hate them because I hate them. I hate them because they've won 5 championships in 24 years. And I really hate them because when they get to the Final Four, it's like a guarantee they're going to win the championship. Most people are just happy getting to a Final Four once, whatever. Not UConn. UConn gets to the Final Four and they win it. They don't just make the championship game. I mean, North Carolina, like I said, 21 Final Fours. I think they got 7 or 8 championships, something like that. Now UConn gets there, they're going to win. They won every fucking game in this tournament by double digits. I will point out that they did not play a single 1 or 2 seed on the way to this championship. They avoided Kansas. They avoided Texas. They avoided Houston. They avoided UCLA because a lot of upsets got in there. But because I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. I'm a UMass fan. I'm one of like 27 UMass fans. And we fucking suck. I would die to make the tournament. If UMass made the tournament, man, you guys wouldn't hear from me for a bit. I would be fucking like I watch UMass games every year and we suck. And I'm like, oh, maybe next year. Maybe next year's going to be the year. I know it ain't going to be the year. We're never going to make the fucking tournament. And when we do, I'm going to bust my nut and we're going to lose in the first round because I'm a UMass fan and we're cursed. Bret's, his YouTube account is called The Settlement. He would love a subscriber. Tell him Turtleboy sent you. But he's just going to block you. But when Degeneration Nation sided with Kate, I don't know who Virgo Triad is. Kate ended up burning him. I don't know what any of that means. But somebody's trying to scare me. Somebody found my house on Truth Finder or something. We're so scared, dude. I'm so scared. I'm so scared that you found out the color of my house. I'm so intimidated, Mr. Internet Man. Oh no, are you gonna come? Nobody ever comes. Nobody ever comes. Except for, Yeah, I wouldn't recommend subbing. What's going on? It's still ongoing. No, they haven't gone to trial yet. Anyone else have any other questions that they want to ask me about? Bret didn't show up for what? The settlement? So waiting for, they're still there. I'm over in the comments. Shannon's watching right now. Check this out. Let's go check out this. Okay. So this is Bret's thing over here. And these are his commenters. And his show about tonight is about He's never going to talk to me about me again. A manipulative Monday, a Kearney coward conversation. So that's me. And that's my picture. And there's an eggplant masturbating in my face. And who do we have over here? We have poor Savvy. Be nice to Savvy. I love Savvy. She's a turtle rider. We love her. Boss, I got your back. See, Savvy's a loyal bitch. Poor Savvy. Pray for Savvy. Who else do we got over here? We got the German evil Terry's there. He doesn't got a wrench. You got to wrench him up, Bret. Oh, we got Bones. Oh, Bones is there. Bones is the reason that Amanda left the Bret show. Or the Amanda show, really. Because Bret found out that Amanda was sending nudes to Bones, and Bret, who is married to someone else, is really upset that this morbidly obese woman who is the producer for his show is not alerting him to who she's sending out nudes to. She sent out nudes to Bones, but as it turns out, they weren't. She was actually catfishing him. It wasn't even her nudes. Next court date, Krusty on the 11th is my next one up. And then I got Andrew Johnson on the 17th. And then we got Krusty Panties on May 5th. Slave, Bret, and Dump Truck. What an unfuckable crew over there. The fake nudes, exactly. What do we got here? Let's see. So Bret is commenting. He's just refusing to start. He's not going to start until I'm live because then he thinks I'll restream him, which I will. And we'll make fun of him all together because that's my whole thing. I'm going to do the restream now because if you're not going to let me up on your show, I'm just going to restream you. I'm just going to restream you and say what I have to say over here with a significantly, obviously larger audience. I had 150. He keeps saying this. I had 150 people in my chat. Bret, you had 100 whatever people in your chat because you're talking about me. I'm the stir, you know what I mean? I'm the straw that stirs the drink. Everybody knows that. Yeah, when you talk about me, you get fucking viewers. Good job. And he only had 48 on his Turtle Club. Yeah, Bret, those are paying customers. You know how many people would pay you fucking $5 to do a weekly stream? 0. There is literally no one who is willing to pay a dime to hear you talk. No one. No. But I have a business and people pay me money for shit for extra things that other people don't get. That's how a business works, my friend. Your business, the lore will take off too one day, I promise. Oh, I'm more interested in you, V. Oh, yikes. What else do we got here? We got Jess. Oh, I've clicked on this woman's YouTube before. Like, check this out. Can we check this woman's out? I clicked on her page once. You got to see this woman. She's got a YouTube channel. Oh, she's a real peach, that woman. Let me see. Oh, we got boss bitches in the house. Rashana's there. Okay, good for her. Good for you, girl. Living your truth. Shiz says, you used your... Okay. Yep. Bret, Savvy went to bed. Look at Bret writes, this is Terry typing, you idiot. Too easy. Want to call my nice? No, I don't want to call your nice. She is so this is Terry typing, but yet I saw Terry up here. So that's weird. That's interesting. Okay. So you wrote it was Terry's idea. Oh, right. Totally. Sure it is. And I love how they're all watching me right now. It just proves that once again, you guys can't listen, settlement people. Listen, you guys are going to watch every fucking show I do. Just know that. You're going nowhere. You guys act like, I'm done with Turtleboy. I'm mad at him now. I'm not listening to Turtleboy anymore. He's bad. You're going to watch every fucking show, every stream I do. You know why? Because I told you how. Because I told you to. You guys are just like Bret. You're all my slaves, except for Savvy. I love Savvy. I got nothing against her. I love Diane. I love Carrie Benoit. And I love some other people over there. But most of you are my slaves. And you're going to keep doing what I tell you to do. And that's watch every fucking show. And I know you're watching right now. And I know you're going to respond to this. because you do as I tell you to do. Just understand that. And all I'm doing right now is delaying your stream. You guys want to hear Bret, but he doesn't have them. He's addicted to me too. So he's watching right now. I'll do this all fucking night. I will stay on here till 5 a.m. just so Bret can't have a stream. Because he won't go live when I'm live. Because else he has nothing to talk about. Nothing. Like he's over. What time is it in Germany? 6 a.m. Watching Turtleboy. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? What would Bret talk about besides? Oh, Connie. He's got Connie, man. But he's gonna do a whole rant. Oh, the fucking tough. Until his new stream goes. Let's check out his one from last night about what really happened.
And I flipped Aidan off and I walked away.
I flipped Aidan off. I don't remember that.
No, I didn't even flip him off. I don't think. I just walked away, smoking my cigarette.
Oh, tough guy.
So I got to thank you, dude, because I really don't have to give a fuck about another word you say. I looked you in the eye. You got shook as fuck to the point where you tattletaled on me.
This is all made
bailiff
up. All
trying to
made
get
up.
me removed from the courthouse. Failed.
You got yourself removed, retard.
And then afterwards, when I was doing what you said you wanted to do, remember?
Anybody else?
This is shit you said.
Oh, he paid to
Right?
subscribe. Bret's
Hold
joined Turtle Club. This
Right
is a
around
Turtle
here.
I'll start a GoFundMe to get Bret to come to the guy.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. When is the last time Bret Killeran ever put
where
you
is it?
live? You're in Athol years, you're like,
Okay.
I'm in shape. Okay.
You went and told on me twice. You told on me. You had your chance. It was 5 against 1, faggot.
Like we're all gonna beat you up or
Little
something.
old harmless Bret by himself.
Yeah, you can email me at turtleboysports
Cowered it up.
at gmail.com.
showed me
Turtleboysports at gmail.com.
That I don't ever have to give a fuck.
Oh, really?
About another word, that falls out of your overfucked mouth.
But yet you're going to do a stream about me tonight. But you don't care. You don't give a shit about anything that comes out of my mouth. But you're going to do a whole stream about me.
Because I know now. I knew before, but didn't have proof. Like we hadn't been within a close proximity since it went south, right?
Kind of miss it.
Today we were.
Yeah, we were.
And when we were in close proximity twice, you ran and told the cops, basically, bailiffs. They're the cops of the courthouse. You went and cried to the police to protect you from me yet again.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you are.
He's so
I
mad.
almost was going to tell on myself about a future plan. Oops. But at some point, pal, there ain't going to be a bailiff there to save you. We're not going to be in front of a courthouse where you brought back up 4 grown men that were afraid to look me in the eye. And your bitch ass who hid behind 2 bailiffs twice.
Oh, yeah. Twice.
There's going to be a time.
I mean, he talks.
Bailiffs.
This is
ain't there.
literally a stream. He does this for 3 hours.
Right.
Just cries about me.
There's going to be.
Oh, there's going to be a time when the bailiffs aren't
Jeebus
there.
loves me.
Oh, yeah, sure there
And
are.
he'll
Brett.
give me that opportunity.
Yeah, sure you're right.
You said today during your victory lap that you were going to play the video you took of me arguing with a bailiff.
Yeah, it didn't record, Brett. Sorry, but you listened to the stream. That's nice.
You knew that too.
What else we got? I
You
can just
knew it.
skip around to any point and he'll be like this. Ready?
And your little 4 friends that let me call them faggots repeatedly with no consequences.
I think I missed that
They
part.
knew it too.
No, what are they going to beat you up?
And an old man. And even the old man, when he looked me in the eye, son, he's like, can you just go? I'm going to have to call the cops.
What?
And I said, all right, good job protecting the faggot. And I walked away.
Oh, a tough guy.
And so he would then go back to Aidan and go, hey, oh boy, you are I'm your nightmare.
Oh, we're so scared.
You went and ran to court offices twice
so
in one
scared.
day out of fear I was going to
It's
put my
literally
hands on
3
you.
hours of
Think of
crime.
that, faggot.
Yeah, like none of this happened. Like literally none of this happened. Oh yeah. Oh. Anyway,
You can still be at home.
what, dude? Nobody's
You know?
impressed by the whole like I'm gonna whisper.
You know all those
now.
things you make fun of me for, or
Like
try
what?
to.
Like what? Unemployment, no teeth.
But I'm a ghetto guy.
Yeah.
Criminal, all that.
Not
You
the
know what
criminal.
that comes with?
Oh wait, what does that come with,
Right.
Bret? What does that come with? I'm tough. He's
It
tough.
comes with a section of my peers.
Oh
Right?
really?
It's like, say you're a valedictorian. Most
Nothing-
of your
you're
old
right.
school
Nothing
friends
he
are a
said
bunch
was
of
real.
smart, nerdy fucks, right? Say you're a motherfucker like me.
Oh, what's a motherfucker like you, like Bret? Tell me.
Well, that's a different peer group, my friend.
Oh, because he's so dangerous, guys. He's from Worcester. He had an armed robbery
something to
charge
think
30
about, honey.
years ago that he beat, but he's fucking. Besides that, he's dangerous, guys. You look up this guy's courthouse records; it's all evictions. He's really not a criminal. He got one armed robbery charge that he beat 30 years ago, and he still talks about it like
So
he's
here we
fucking
sit,
Butch
sweetheart.
Cassidy or some shit.
And one of my favorite Queensryche songs ends with a quote
Okay.
and be pushed to the point of wanting to assault another grown man.
You're gonna
That
assault me?
should be so beneath me, son. Real talk.
Oh yeah, it should be.
Adults
Yes.
at our age fighting is retarded.
Exactly.
But you just bring that out in me. you
Yes, I
cocksucker.
do. I know. I make
I
you
was
so
willing
mad.
to
I
put
make you
handcuffs on again
Oh, he was willing to go
just
to
to
jail,
be able to hurt you.
but you didn't. But you didn't. You didn't.
I don't
was-
think you'll ever understand the
he was-
gravity of
He
that
was
kid
really mad, guys.
until it's too fucking late.
He was really mad. He was gonna do it.
Keep
But
fucking with them girls.
He was.
You know?
Yeah, he was gonna do it.
Keep
He-
fucking with the broad, son.
Next
Make
time.
that your
Next time.
thing.
Yeah, next time he's gonna do it.
Because you ain't built for dudes, my friend.
Yeah, I know. You're so tough. I'm so scared. I'm so scared of you, Bret. You're scaring me so
And
bad.
you sure the fuck ain't built for motherfuckers like me.
Oh, we're so scared. You
A lot of
scared
you
me,
say
Bret.
you don't give a fuck. Yes, you do. You give a fuck
Mwah.
way too much.
Yeah, but not you. You
I've
don't
said
care at
this
all.
from the days of being
I
Amanda
could listen
till
to
now,
I could listen to
son.
this all day.
This
and
is
just
my
shit on it.
reward at the end of the day.
What, an extra kiss?
This is my fucking tiny
You're my
fucking
reward.
window, son. To be able to hang out with people that can take, give, and listen to
What does that even mean?
jokes.
Oh, right. Whatever
You
that
won
is.
today, buddy. You won, honey. Mwah.
Of course I won. Okay.
The judge said I could. Yeah, I don't care. All I know is, dude, you can beat up.
He starts bringing up my questions. He starts bringing up my quotes here, like as you can see, but he won't bring me up to talk about it. I go, he says, I go, you got the wrong crew, he says. I'm like, yeah, dude, you showed up with Brian Riccio, a child abuser, and a lying brat kid.
You can't play me pointing over that bailiff's shoulder and said, this faggot's been threatening me for a year. You can't play. He never responded like the cow. So you realize after I bitched you down on the steps of the courthouse, I went home, right?
I texted you.
That?
I invited you out to meet. Why didn't you meet up with me?
I went home.
How'd you get home?
I'm supposed to wait around for you to grow balls after you hid behind court
I
offices
immediately
twice?
called you and challenged you to meet up.
Dude, you showed me today, Aidan. Honey, honestly, thank you. Thank you, baby.
Oh, baby.
You showed me
huh?
today that I never have to take another word out of you seriously.
Yes.
You had me, son. Right,
Yes.
Aidan. It was Bob C.
Oh, Bob
and
C.
who else? Who was the fat guy with the gray beard and the green turtle sweatshirt?
Who was that? I don't even
that
know.
let me call him a faggot 3 times in line for the metal detector?
I
Who
don't
was
remember
that?
that part.
When I told you,
I was gonna do
don't
this. I was
run,
gonna do that.
motherfucker.
You were feet away from me. You
Right?
did nothing.
Old school.
Talk.
You
Like, why not just invite
you
me
hid
up?
behind court offices. Get him out of here. He said he's gonna beat me up.
Dance, slave, dance.
Image. You remember in court?
Brett, if you're too afraid to have me up on your stream, then you're definitely too afraid to like do anything to me in person. But
He hasn't done it yet.
I'll bring on
This
the
has
crack
to do with me, and this was a full back to you. That's your people, son.
Anyway, I can't even do this anymore. This is too much. But anyway, yeah, if you guys have any other questions, if not, we'll call it a night. It's getting pretty late. The stream went kind of long. He's still waiting for me to quit so he can go live. We should let Bret go live. People are in the comments. The machinist is going, "Where you at, fool?" And so, yeah. People are saying, "Good night, everyone. I can't stay awake either." Bret, I ruined your stream, dude. I ruined it. We are waiting on another 3 hours of you complaining like Connie again. Get on with it, fool. Bret, your own followers are shitting on you. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Anybody else? I don't understand. Turtleboy is great. He only says the facts. Exactly. Exactly. We didn't have time to make fun of Rashana. When is your stuff block coming? Soon. Maybe not this week. Maybe next week. We'll see. It's nice. I'm going to allow him to go live. Is Trump going to win the nomination? I didn't think he was going to before, but I think this indictment is going to put him over the edge. I unfortunately, which means I'm just done. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys for having me. And Shannon LeBerry, let me know. I'm just curious why I didn't show up for court. Still waiting for an answer. All right, guys. Turtleboy wins again. Back to work tomorrow. Love you all. Thanks for all the support. Appreciate the donos. Don't want to miss anyone. Got them all. Okay, cool. Love you guys. See you at Turtle Club Thursday. Everyone else will see you this weekend. Peace, Turtle Riders.